Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of 20 Sides of Failure Play Curse of Strahd. I am sleepy, weepy, and a little bit eepy, and here are my players. Starting off, and why not, Bomb Corner today. How's our druid doing?
Hello everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Ness, and I play Sonder Elwood, the Furbolg Druid, who is definitely a little bit more shaken than he leads on, but he's just happy his friends are alive.
We can deal with alive, and then in the next Bomb Corner we have our Elven Sorcerer.
Hello everyone. I'm Mythical and I play Saya Sombra, who may or may not be the Walking Dead. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But glad to be here, happy to be here, and I'm healthy. Woo!
Beautiful. And then moving up to the top line, we have our Artificer.
Hello there, I'm Dusky V. I'm playing Jack, as well as his right-hand mechanical man, King. He's glad everyone's alive. He's determined to not let that happen again.
And then, if King is on his left, then the Queen must be on his right.
Hi everybody, I'm English Ray. I'm going to be playing Queenie. Going to be very hesitant about knocking on doors in the future.
And last but not least for now, how's our Paladin holding up?
Absolutely mortified that she nearly got more people killed. Hello. I'm Narin Nightingale. I will be playing our mortified Osmer Paladin, Aurora Rose.
And then we will have our rogue Azazel joining us later, but for now, a little recap. The party deciding on their next steps finally put a pin in the idea of travelling to Kresht, the village to the west, to talk to the abbot, a religious figure who might be able to help Saya with their problems. Until then, the only objective that they had was bringing the bodies of the fallen somewhere that they could be buried. Going back to the coffin shop, they find it empty. The owner, Henrik, strung, gutted like a pig, and a couple of boxes still filled with vampire spawn. A second fight ensues, round 2. A couple of people go down and some almost die. But you all made it out alive. Some healthier than others. Oh. It's now up to you how you spend a couple of hours before you have to get ready for dinner. As an invitation has been handed to you. And dinner at the Watcher House. So I think it'd be easiest to start with Jack. Mainly because you said you wanted to go to the toy shop.
That is correct. I wanted to go talk to Blinsky.
Mm-hmm. And it's following these directions, or at least the directions that you were given by Danica that you asked, that you head your way to the town square. You actually haven't been here since you arrived in Vallaki, and there's been many changes. For example, before, when there were just bundles of twigs and a couple of weavings, there's actually now an entire base built of interwoven, like, wooden rods. A stage has been erected next to the little platform that the stocks are on. And you can see that there are now more people held in place with the donkey papier-mâché heads covering their eyes.
Fair enough. I know there's a festival going to be going on next day, so I'll leave them to their preparation.
Before we continue, is there anyone that went with Jack, or is Jack going on his own?
Sandra would be going with Jack.
Queenie would have asked if Jax wanted to go alone, but if he also wanted a company, she'd go with him.
Do not mind company at all.
I guess we're all going!
Well, that is completely up to Aurora and Saya. You don't have to go if you don't want to.
I meant the card hands.
I mean, also fair. But you say everyone when there's more people.
I mean, I guess Aurora can go.
Well, that's up to you. You don't have to.
I mean, she's not really going to be doing much anything really interesting if she stays. Well, except she wants a bath, so yeah, she'll stay. Saya can go. Saya will be there.
Okay then, so Aurora is staying with the intention of having a bath at the inn. Saya is going. So it's everyone basically other than Aurora, and we'll say Azazel for the sake of ease. So,
Yeah.
Saya, you actually haven't been to the toy shop before, so this is a new experience just as much as it is for everyone else. A cramped little shop with a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse, with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-frame windows. Through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Alright. Here's a interesting slogan. But we'll push on through the door if it's unlocked.
There are multiple shelves of toys on display. The shop isn't big, but most of the floor space is dedicated to shelving holding many toys.
Blinsky, are you in?
Ah! And you can hear shuffling off in the back as a gentleman comes round the corner. A heavy-set human man wearing a moth-eaten jester's cap. And it's all a matching, like, alternating green and purple jester's outfit. There is a capuchin monkey sat on his shoulder, and the monkey is wearing a pink tutu.
I love them so much. Oh my god.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Jack. I was told you were in the crafts and the trades a little bit.
Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy. As I am one of the craft, as you can see, and he gestures to the many shelves of carved wooden toys.
Yeah, this is the same place that had the Irina doll, right?
This is the same place. So you've heard of this place, but you've never been in it.
Okay. If possible, I'm gonna have Saya browse.
Oh, it's more than possible. You can.
I was curious.
Oh, go on.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say you like as you're going through the different displays, you now see what Azazel meant when he said that the toys were creepy. Because there are a lot of things here that you would not even think of to give a child as a toy.
I think who's closest to Saya? Who wants to be closest to Saya? Nobody? Okay.
We'll
Your
say
choice.
Let's
that
make it all kind of like close together.
because you wandered
Well-
off a little bit, and Jack is specifically talking to Blinsky, I'm going to say that Sonder is closest to you.
Basically, it was just gonna be a Saya's just gonna turn and give Sounder a look at, like, being like, I don't like this place. I don't like these toys. This is very weird.
He'll kind of give you a little bit of a, like, awkward smile, and he'll kind of just, like, reach over and, like, pat your shoulder, just, like, comfortingly, and just whisper, like, I'm not exactly sure what kind of, person thinks children would like toys like this, but hey, if it sells here, that is not my business.
We'll nod in agreement.
But Blinsky would turn to you, Jack, and just go, "Oh, please, I can see that you are also a member of trade." And he looks, and he's like gesturing to the different toolkits that you have on you. Please browse the store.
Oh, will do. I was curious to see if you also knew anything about kind of automatons, constructs, have you? You know, wave to the door, and I'll have King kind of come through.
His eyes go wide seeing King, but you've seen it many times in the guild. It's a thing of fascination, of wonder. Like, he wants to know how King ticks. He goes, "Unfortunately, I am not the craftsman of automaton." And like using the word that you used, but you can tell that like he doesn't really know it. I am not, unfortunately, the great Van Werk.
You say alright. I figured I'd come by and ask just because you are a tinkerer yourself. I'm gonna pick up one of the toys that are nearby just to like inspect not so much what the toy actually is, but more of the craftsmanship that he put into the toy.
You can definitely see that he, at the very basis, is a very skilled woodworker. There also must be some skills as like a clothier and a leather worker, because he's had to obviously make the clothing that the toys sit in. So at the very least woodworking and wood carving, at the very least a clothier and a leather worker. There is very delicate painting skills, so there's the potential that he has maybe even a background that could fit a cartographer. Like having to have a steady hand to make maps.
It looks like you're pretty good with your hands. If need be,
Craftsmanship is very good.
if I ever need any help with, his name's King, by the way. You mind if I be able to reach out to you? Of course, I'd pay you for your time and all that jazz.
I take big compliment. I am a student of great inventor Fritz von Werk. He made a great creation.
Is he still around?
Von Werk? No, he passed, but I hear rumor that his greatest invention, a clockwork man, and he puts his finger up at that to be like, you'll be interested in this, it's a clockwork man, lies somewhere in Castle Ravenloft. His work exists.
Where's this castle?
If you head back east from Vallaki, head east, and when you come to first crossroads, straight on, don't go right.
Alright. I do appreciate that. How long did you work with your bad with names? But the
Von,
inventor,
Von Berg.
Lundberg.
I apprenticed to him for many years. Until he passed, and I took over his work.
If we find any more of his notes or books, if we are ever out that way, I'll be sure to send them back your way.
Oh. If you will ever find the Clockwork masterpiece and deliver it to me, I will give to you handsomely.
If you plan on studying it as well, I would love to be a part of that.
Anytime.
So how much is this toy? This piece?
What have you picked up?
I'm gonna assume it's like a small carousel of some sort.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. There's a yes, there's a wind-up like musical merry-go-round. So there must be at the very least some mechanical components in there, like some clockwork, with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses. So it's a carousel, but instead of it being like horses going up and down on a pole, it's wolves chasing crying children.
Jesus Christ, man. Learn your fucking audience. Good lord.
Wow, jeez, oh my god. I remember that thing.
So how much is this?
Oh, that's right there. Because of the mechanics inside, that is 9 silver.
Alright, I'm gonna place down a gold piece.
Oh. And you can see him like looking over the gold, and it brings a massive smile to his face as he runs off like to the cash register and gives you your change. Like he gives you the silver piece.
I appreciate it.
Oh, please pass on the joy to a little girl or little boy.
I do intend to.
Saya, can you roll
Yes.
a perception check for me? Okay.
Darn it. I don't see anything, do I?
No.
Okay, well, on that note, she's gonna keep looking around because she remembered Azazel mentioning the arena doll, and she wanted to see it. So she's gonna keep looking for it.
That's fair enough. I'd say that for the entire conversation that Jack and Blinsky have been having, you do the back and forth of going up and down every aisle, trying to see what you can see, and you don't see the doll. You don't see what they were talking about.
Didn't Azazel also say that it was purchased and it was going to be picked up the next day?
Potentially.
So it wouldn't be here anyways.
I think he did say that.
Because he said he was trying to haggle with them to get it just for a few moments or whatever, and Blinsky was like, "You're fucking weird, get out of my store." On a similar note, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I go. You go first. I haven't gotten my thought together yet.
On a similar note, I feel like Sonder would also be kind of looking around, like, with a little bit of, like, an inquisitive eyebrow raised, like, is this what children like here? He's just, like, remembering, like, I don't think my siblings would have enjoyed something like this.
was gonna say, you can see Sonder looking about that there's a headless doll off to one side with a sack next to them. There's like a miniature gallows complete with trapdoor and a weighted like hanged man.
Jesus Christ.
You can
Yeah.
You can see off to the corner like there's a set of wooden nesting dolls.
This is not okay.
He would be very much like anxiously twiddling his braid like in between his fingers, and like his tail is kind of like wrapped around his leg as he's just like, what the actual fuck? Just very uncomfortable, and is like, is this guy okay?
Your toys are a bit macabre. Are they not?
Well, they maybe to some, but Barovia is not the happy sunshine place. Things that bring children joy are sometimes not sunshine.
But you don't think sometimes they may just want a bit of sunshine?
You can see like the smile that he has, like there's a little bit of a falter. Like you get the impression he wasn't expecting the question.
Oh.
and now he's there like this is just the way I've always made them. No one has asked for different.
I'm sure these are gonna turn out beautiful. They're gonna bring kids plenty of joy.
Well, I always take requests. So if there is anything you wish to make. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to come up with anything right now.
I do understand.
But I
keep that
do
in mind.
custom dolls. I do custom toys. As long as you give me a design, usually I can make it.
Fair enough. I do appreciate that. Is there anything you can't make, or is it primarily just in the dolls and?
My expertise is toys. But if there is something of a toy components, and he gestures to the shop, because like, most things can be crafted with the baseline of like, oh, I did this for a doll once.
I understand. So as long as we're asking for something with simple clockwork.
Yeah, nothing too advanced, yeah?
Fair enough.
And he gives you a little bit of like a knowing wink of like, like, don't try and bamboozle me now.
I have no intention of bamboozling you. You're a hard-working individual. You got your own establishment going. I don't want to mess that up. But I will be... After paying for the carousel, I will make my way towards the front.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that anyone else wishes to do while they're still in the shop?
I want to browse the dolls some more, yeah.
Okay, so we've got Saya browsing the dolls. Anything else?
I just want a general look around.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a really weird question. But Sonder is definitely a little bit wigged out. He's never really like usually if he like goes into like a village or a settlement, like they're not as like grim. So he's kind of like I understand it's dark and like scary here, but this feels off. I don't think I have yeah, I'm all out of spell slots. God damn it. He would kind of just like I don't know. I sound so fucking dumb. I don't know if he can just like try and see if there's any magic involved. Just kind of attune himself with the area. Because I don't have detect magic or anything, so I can't do that. I don't have that spell prepared, but he's just curious.
So for you, that would be an Arcana to try and sense out the air. And then for Saya, there are multiple different types of dolls, ranging from like the cloth and completely material to wood carved to porcelain. It seems that Blinsky covers a wide range of materials when making his creations. There's even a couple of marionettes, so there are puppets hanging from the ceiling by strings.
Is there anyone that looks familiar to her? Like, she specifically... She can't find the arena doll. It was sold. So she's looking to see if there's a doll that he might have made of anyone else around her. Like from the past party or Azazel because he'd been there.
Not from your like initial look, but if you want to look deeper, then I'll do an investigation check for that. Yeah, Sonda, trying to tap into any kind of arcane around you, and other than the energies that you get from your party members and things that you felt before, this man is just a craftsman. Nothing magical here that you can feel.
Interesting. Okay. He'll kind of like shake himself out a little bit and make towards the door with Jack. Like he just wants to get out. He doesn't like the vibe here.
That's fair enough. Queenie, the general layout of the store is that it is quite a cramped shop. There is 5 sets of shelves, so technically I have to do the math. 6 aisles of toys.
Okay.
And then at the end...
Are they broken up into categories, so...
No, it just seems to be we've put them on a shelf. Like, wherever there's space, we've shoved a thing on a shelf.
Okay.
And then at the end of each aisle, and towards the back of the shop, is the, like, general service area. So where the till is, where his service desk is. You can see a door that's open at the moment, and you're getting the impression that that is where Blinsky came from to, like, interact with the group. And looking through the door, you can see that there is a workshop back there. Like, that is where he does his crafting, and that is where he creates his toys.
Okay.
There is another door that's closed. But you're assuming that Blinsky probably lives here. So if he does, then that door would lead to his living area.
I'm gonna go over to the door, not actually like put my hand on it or anything, and call out to Blinsky and say, "Is there more in here?"
Oh no, dear, that is my bedroom.
Oh, sorry.
But he gives you a smile, like he doesn't mind. In fact, if anything, because you're asking, he seems very happy about that. Saya, you don't see any doll that matches a description to any of the party members. There's no one that you recognize the face of right now.
Okay, maybe it was a fluke. Curiosity is really killing me, though.
You can always ask him where he gets his inspiration for his designs.
That's a good idea. Hmm. Um. Yeah, she's gonna go over to the guy. I can't remember his name. I think it's Bimbitsky?
Blinsky.
Blinsky.
Blinsky? Names. And she's gonna walk over to him and she's gonna go, "Hello?"
Why, hello there.
I couldn't help but look around your store. Everything seems to be kind of doom and gloom. I am also a doom and gloom myself. Where do you get your inspiration from?
A lot of it is imagination. Sometimes customers have what's the word? Commission. They want custom pieces. But a lot of this, and he gestures to pretty much the store. Like a lot of this is just my imagination.
If I recall, I had a friend come by a few days ago, couple days ago. Would that have been a couple or so days ago
Yeah.
for Azazel? Okay. And he had told me he found a doll that he really liked, but it had been on hold. Are you able to tell me who you do? Or if you'll make another one?
Oh, if you're talking of the doll that was there, and you can see now that there's like an empty section of shelf. But it seems to be a little bit more protected than the other areas. Like there is actually a glass casing that like is almost on like a cushioned plinth.
Mm-hmm.
The doll of the woman. Yes, quite a few people have been interested in my work. And I'm hoping it means that more people are wanting realistic dolls. But the one that was there was bought by a Stransky. Oh, sorry.
Ostransky?
No, Strasny.
Strasny.
And although he has not requested another one yet, he requests one every month. So I will probably be making another soon.
Have you commissioned for him before if he requests one every month?
Oh, yeah. Many time.
Do you happen to know where he lives? I really like this doll.
Strasny, he lives at the burgomaster's house. He is his head guard, after all.
Interesting. All right, Blinsky. I appreciate your help.
Any day.
And Saya, as casually as she tries to leave, she kind of leaves kind of fast.
Alright then. I'm assuming at that point that everyone is left or is leaving.
Yeah, get me the fuck out of here, man.
I'm all set.
Okay then. You hustle back out onto the streets.
I'm gonna head back towards the tavern, just so we can start getting ready for the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's somewhere else he wants to go.
I think we
No.
can probably try a blacksmith tomorrow to try and polish up his armor a bit nicer.
I was gonna try just buffing it out back at the inn.
Yeah, I'm concerned there's a bit more structural damage, so
I got mended for that.
I know, so do I. It's just more of a, making sure the nuts and bolts are actually in the right places and he's welded properly.
It's fair.
But we can do that a different day. It doesn't have to be today. I think, to be honest, we kind of need to, freshen up.
Get the blood off our clothes. Take a bath, maybe.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I think it's impolite to go to somebody else's house covered in blood.
Looking like crap, feeling like crap.
Sandra kind of pipes up a little bit, shyly. What is the correct way to have dinner over somebody's house?
You're polite. You mind your P's and Q's. And if there's loads of cutlery on the table, you start from the outside, working your way in.
He kind of just gives a little bit of like a confused like tilt to his head. So you mind your manners, and you said there's lots of cutlery?
If there's lots of cutlery.
Are you supposed to be silent until you're spoken to, or are you supposed to be friendly and very outgoing and appreciative? He kind of just scratches the back of his head. I've never really done this before.
That one's kind of like a read to the room type of thing. If
Yeah.
they're pretty open and talkative and asking a lot of questions, they alright to be boisterous about things. No, if they don't really do that, if they keep quiet during the meal, then I also recommend keeping quiet during the meal. They might have a conversation afterwards or beforehand, but not during it.
Oh. It is definitely a lot of rules.
I'll sit next to you. If you have any questions, just ask.
Have you not dined with company before?
He kind of looks to Saya with a little bit of a blush on his face. Other than these two, just kind of gestures to gestures to Jack and Queenie. Not really. I eat, most of the time by myself. I don't keep company, very well.
Understandable. Nothing to be ashamed of either.
He kind of just like tilts his head. Have you had dinner over somebody's house before?
I have. I've done my fair share of dining with others. I've also dined by myself. Pretty much as your friend said, it based on the situation of the host. Usually during the beginning, right off the bat, you'll know what kind of atmosphere you're in.
This person seems to be of a very high influence. Just kind of like raises an eyebrow a little bit. Are we supposed to dress fancy?
Yeah. I think maybe. Didn't it say she was a lady?
Aren't you a lady?
I sound like a titled lady.
What she's trying to say is no, she's not a lady.
I didn't know that.
You mean of nobility?
Yeah, that's the word. Like, lady is in her title.
Oh,
Like,
I
lady so-and-so of such and such. Whereas, I'm just Queenie.
Yeah, I know.
interesting.
Some
I
of
think
some of the nobles can be stuck up.
I've definitely dealt with my fair share in the summer court. They're not very nice.
The summer court?
He kind of perks up a little bit. I've spent most of my life in the Feywild, actually. So, every season has a court, and they have, what is the word?
Hierarchy?
Settlements? That as well. But they have settlements of different types of elves, and he kind of like goes a little bit into it, explaining like the very, very basics of like Eladrin and like how the Feywild constantly shifts, and he's like ba 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 ba. I spent most of my time as a cat in the woods, like until I met these guys, and ba 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 ba. So I don't people very well.
So he
I
just
prefer
kind of
people to
goes.
the plants.
So he just kind of goes. Huh, never heard of it, but interesting.
It's not very hospitable, and it's a little bit dangerous, and some people can be very mean. So I wouldn't recommend searching for it. But if you do end up falling through a portal at some point, please let me know. I know the area pretty well. And just gives you like a big smile where you can see this small like gap between his front teeth.
Oh, so precious.
But kind of coughs awkwardly. My point being, I don't think I'm very just looks down at himself, accustomed to fancy. So if anybody has any tips, or I don't know what to really do with my hair, or for my clothing, this is the only pair that I have. So I don't know if I'm, in air quotes, fancy enough.
Maybe we find a place and we can buy a nice top for you.
I mean, yes, I guess. I was more worried about the pants. He kind of just like, because, you know, his pants are just patchworks of, like, stray fabric that he found.
Oh,
I feel a tad underdressed.
well, maybe they'll have pants there too. But I like your pants. I think they're nice. They have character.
He kind of, like, you see his ears kind of, like, go up a little, and he smiles at you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. They were definitely a labor of love. I mean, it was either that or run around with my behind out, and I didn't think that was a very good idea.
No. No. No, you'd have made an ass of yourself.
But Tish.
He kind of, like, snorts a little bit and, like, claps his hand on your back. You always know what to say to cheer me up. Thank you.
Okay.
So, I believe I have, a clothing store to look for, or maybe a fabric store.
I don't think we're going to have enough time for you to whip up something. So pre-bought might be the way to go.
I am just a bit worried about, proportions. I'm very tall. I don't know if anything will, fit lengthwise, that is.
We don't know how tall people are from here.
Just gives you a shy smile and a nod, kind of like fiddling with the end of his hair.
I'm gonna. Have we been walking and talking, or have we literally been talking outside Blinsky's?
I mean, if you want to walk and talk.
I figured we were walking and talking.
Yeah,
Damn.
because Jack wanted to go back to the inn, so I figured that we were.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to. Because are there people in the street?
I mean, yeah, there's commoners walking around.
I'm gonna just go up to one. Hi, excuse me. I'm sorry. I've gotten lost. Would you be able to point me in the direction of the clothing shop, please?
There's definitely a little bit of a blink as the person takes in you, but then Sonder, King, Saya. And then it kind of snaps back to him and goes, if you're wanting material, best bet is Vistani camp outside of town.
Okay. We will go there. Thank you very much.
Good day. And
Good day.
there's definitely a thing of like, I don't know how to deal with you and what to do with you.
Surely she should say thank you and good day and then go back to the group. Okay, so the Stani camp outside of town. How many hours have we got before we have to be there?
Oh, you've still got like 5 hours. You walked out of the coffin shop at midday, and the invitation wasn't until like sundown.
Okay, that's fine then. Do we roughly know how long it would take to get to the Vistani place?
Say it would. It'd be about 20 minutes.
What the sky said.
Okay, yeah, we can get there. Let's go there. Maybe they have something.
Okay. Jumping back to Aurora and Azazel. So while the rest of the group wanted to go to Blinsky's and talk to him in the toy store, Aurora went back to the inn to have a proper bath, shower, freshen up.
And technically pray.
And technically pray. So while Aurora is doing that, what is Azazel doing?
I am. They left to go do that. I'm taking a short rest,
I
but I
mean,
know that's
easy
not gonna
enough
take a
done.
super long time. Yeah. Oh, I would like to. How far is the lady's house that we're going to?
Not far at all, it's still in town.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go scope that out.
Okay. Send that link in now and we'll go scope the house.
Oh, okay. Let me. I don't have one prepared for that, so keep going what you're doing, and I will pop that in there when I have something ready.
Okay, so heading to. You have a vague idea of where the Watcher House is, only because you've been to Vallaki before. You have a general idea of the kind of layout here. So, after your short rest of an hour of sitting around and doing nothing, realistically, you head north. Because the Watcher House is a building to the northern exit of Vallaki. It's the most northern of the quote-unquote important buildings. Everything else after that is residential and then a gate leading out to the lake.
Okay.
So, coming up outside... I've read this description before for Aurora, but it's been a while, so I'll do it for you too. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the wood actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. It once was a beautiful manor and is now falling to disrepair.
Okay. These are windows that are like that I can see into.
There is, if you want to walk right up to the front of the house.
No, I would like to stealth up to the front of the house, thank you.
Easy enough done. Stealth away.
I shall. We'll see if it is that easy as you say. It is, with a 25.
Okay. So, the immediate windows at the front of the house that you can see. You go up to them, easy enough done. And you can see into a dining room. There's a long table that's what's like immediately in front of the window. And then a little bit past that, you can see what looks to be like a seating area. It's like a couple of sofas like sat in front of a fireplace around a coffee table. Seems to be a kind of function room.
Yeah, one side.
Perception check.
A perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. Ha! I see glass.
I mean, you see furniture. You don't see anyone in there though.
Okay. Is there another window, like on the second floor or anything?
There is, but you'd have to climb to get there.
I would like to attempt.
Okay. Do you have any
Acrobatics,
kind of...
Oh.
I was going to say, you don't have any climbing gear, do you?
I have my wits and a tinderbox, 10 feet of string, and hemp rope with a piton.
Oh, there we go. Hemp rope with a piton.
10 pitons, actually. So it's pitons.
Yeah, so you do actually have climbing gear. It's just getting these pitons into the side of the house without anyone noticing.
How about I use my handy dandy short bow that I never used, and I do that.
I mean, if you want to try and tie some rope to an arrow and fire it up above the first layer of roof.
I like to do that quite.
Yeah, we can definitely try. So
Okay.
roll just a general attack for the short bow.
Okay, I would also like to use a bonus action to do steady aim for for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Boo, boo. I want you in my room. Oh, I'm glad I have that. 21.
Okay. You shoot the arrow, curving it so that it goes above, like, the lipped roof. And it seems to have attached to something.
Okay, so I would like to stealthily climb up.
I mean, you can't really stealthily climb up.
You say that, but D&D says otherwise. No, I basically what I'm trying to do, like, obviously I can't hide from people, but I'm trying to make my footsteps not make noises. I'm just scraping up the side is what I mean by stealthing.
That's fair.
So roll, or are you just saying I'm able to do that?
Yeah, why not? Straight roll, though.
Straight roll. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh!
Oh,
Yeah, 10. I'll leave it.
Okay. You...
Nah. Do I use it? No, I feel like I'm going to need those 3 later. I'm going to hold off.
Okay. You
Oh, that looks good.
climb up the side of the roof, and you see that there are technically 4 windows that you could look into. There's one that's like right next to you, and then there's another 3 like across the space of the roof.
Well, there's some on the roof.
Well, no, because what you've done is you've fired an arrow to get over like an overhanging lip of roof, and that's helped you climb to the 2nd floor.
Okay.
So right now you're stood on the roof, looking into these windows.
Yes, just as I planned.
Which is why the stealth isn't as stealthy as you want it to, because sometimes you kick down a tile.
Yeah. Okay. The first one.
Okay, so you're moving all the way to the left of the roof.
You make it sound way further than I thought it was. What's the closest one?
The closest one is only 5 feet away from you, to your left.
Let's do that one.
Okay, so looking through the window, it's a bedroom.
Okay.
4-poster bed, seems to be like decently furnished, but there's no one in there right now.
No one's in there right now. Okay. Next window.
To your left or to your right?
Always go right.
Okay. So heading to the right, you can see that you're now looking into the landing. So you can see stairs going down, multiple doors coming off, and this seems to be like the first floors, or the upper floors, sorry, landing that gets to all the bedrooms.
Okay. Next one.
Okay. Looking to your right or still, or are you heading back to the left?
Let's keep going right.
Keep going right. I need you to
No.
make a perception check for me.
$11?
I can see from your skills that you are proficient with perception,
I see.
so I can tell you that that fails. Do with that as you like.
Oh. Ooh. Hold on. How many times can I use that? Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. Where is that? Oh, I am. How many times can I do this? Oh, I have 4 of those. Okay, I can just use my psychotic energy. Screw it. Yeah, let's bolster that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bolster that usability. There we go. Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna roll a d6. Does that make it succeed?
It-
13?
It doesn't, so you keep the dice.
Ah, sexy. All right, somebody sees me. I don't care.
So
Spider-Man?
what you can
Spider-Man.
see is it's another bedroom, but it's bigger than the one that you saw before, and it's got a couple of grander bits of furniture, like you can see fireplace and like different knickknacks. So you're assuming that this is the master bedroom.
Okay. Fuck, I want to see her. That's what I'm looking for, is her. Alright, let's go to the left. This ain't working. Also, no. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the left. We're going left.
Okay. So going all the way to the other side of the roof to the left, looking in, it's a tiny little room with, like, it's only a 10 by 10 room with a couple of bookshelves and what looks like maybe an iron chest on there.
Okay.
Looks to be just some kind of storage room.
Okay.
You have noticed
Next
though
left.
that
Oh.
you've gone all the way left, so you've seen through all 4 windows on this side of the roof. But you do notice,
Okay.
because of the type of roof that it is, that there is another side to the house and another
over
lip of roof.
Let's go over there.
Okay,
As
so
quietly as possible.
you're gonna have to climb down and do the same thing again.
Oh, it's that fucking thing. Fuck. You know what? I'm just gonna get down. I'm gonna just walk around the building quietly. Not in the building, but like around it to see what's going on.
So stealth check.
Yeah, it's better. It's gonna be a 20 non-natural.
Okay, so getting down from the roof, you can see that. Do you go clockwise around the house or anti-clockwise?
Always go clockwise.
Always go clockwise. So to the left of the house, there is a little pathway that leads to a set of what must have been nice gardens at some point. But at the moment they've been left to a little bit of disrepair. A little bit of wild growth more than a manicured garden.
Okay. And there's still no one that I see. No servants, no gods, no the lady.
None that you've seen. And then,
Okay.
continuing clockwise, there is a back door, which must lead to either servants' quarters, kitchen. Like, you're assuming it would be like the help's door, as is standard with fancy houses. And then, continuing even further round, on the right hand side of the house, there is a cellar door. So built into the side of the house, there is a door that leads down to the cellar.
Okay.
So, but those are all your entries and exits.
All right, and so then I've done a 360 then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not getting very far with this, so let's not overdo my welcome. I'll try to just stealth out, and I'm just gonna kind of do like because I know we got a couple of hours, so I'm just gonna do a stakeout somewhere where I feel like I could be hidden, and just kind of watch for any type of movement, people coming, going, anything like that.
No, definitely. The you do notice that at some point during your stakeout, that the two Watcher sons that you have heard the reputation of being womanizers and drunks, they return.
Okay.
They have keys to the front door, they unlock it, head straight on in.
Their house.
It's their house.
And that's what we got invited to?
This house, yeah?
Oh, that's. I want to just wait longer and just see what else goes on.
You do see the gentleman that's been watching you. He goes up to the front door, unlocks it, and steps in.
Okay, that's fine.
But you don't see any servants, and you don't see the lady.
Okay, I'm gonna stay there for a while longer. When there's only like 2-3 hours left, let me know.
Yeah. We'll jump back over to the others that have gone to the Vistani camp for the sake of time. You enter the camp because they recognize you, Saya, as one of the people that saved Annabelle. They are very welcome and warm to you. They are very happy to accept your business, especially when you tell them that you're looking for trade. They do have clothing that, although it doesn't fit you, Sander, like it's not perfect, it's better than potentially another store would do.
Yeah.
Since-
He would definitely like browse and look at what they have, be like, what looks fancy? What looks like I could pass off as like fancy clothing?
A lot of the fancy clothing you just wouldn't fit into, because the thing with tailored jackets is, yeah, they're usually made to fit.
Yeah.
But they do have a couple of tunics that, while the arms would be a bit short for you, the actual body, because it would have been made for a much shorter person, it actually sits on you brilliantly as just a normal shirt.
That's so funny. What about like pants as well?
Again, they're a little bit cropped because they're made for a human, or at least someone of a human stature, where at the most they're 6 foot. But you do manage to find some They're basically the equivalency of like harem trousers.
Oh yeah, totally.
Where it's like they're cinched at where the ankle would be, but then they billow out and give space for the legs and the hips. And it's like, okay, that actually means that it gives me a lot of room of movement and a lot of room to breathe. And worst comes to worst, I can cut a hole in the back of these and put my tail through it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking.
They
And what?
They don't reach your ankles. They probably come to probably mid-calf. But that's
okay.
Because then it matches the shirt, which, again, the sleeves probably come to, like, mid-forearm.
And like he has like pretty high boots anyways, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, you're just showing off the design of the boots.
Exactly. Do I have a choice of colors? Question mark.
The majority of them are more earth tones, but I'm assuming that that is more what Sonder would go for anyway.
Yeah, more like muted, like browns and greens, if anything. Because like his skin and hair already stand out a lot, anyways. So he's like, I just want to kind of blend in and not look like an eyesore right now. How much would the tunic and the pants cost together?
Because it would be the equivalency of you buying like a set of fine clothes, I believe that is 5 gold, but I will check that really quickly for you. Oh, it actually cost you 15 gold.
Ah, fucking goddamn it.
But because they're second-hand, like, it would be 15 gold if you were getting them custom tailored for you, but because they're second-hand, they're knocking it down to 10 gold.
Alright. He kind of looks in his coin purse and kind of just like kind of looks to Queenie and is like, well, this is gonna be all of my money, so I hope this is worth it. And he will hand them over the 10 gold.
Hang on.
Oh?
I saw horses on the way in here. I'm a blacksmith by trade. If I offer to reshoe your horses, can my friend get some money off?
There's a couple of stutters, and it's like, that's not a deal you can make with us. You'll have to talk to the chief.
Oh. Okay, then sure. Where is he?
Oh, and he should be over there. And they gesture to the big central tent in the center. The big central tent in the center, you know? The thing in the center? How many times can you say center?
Center.
Middle. Got it.
Beautiful.
So yeah, she goes to that tent, proposes the same question. I'm trying to speed this up for you.
Luvash is there looking around, and like him and his brother like give each other a look at you. And where is your forge to create such shoes?
I'll find one in town.
You can see him like rubbing his chin. Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, that's a nat one!
That one!
It's okay. Oh my god, holy shit.
Okay. He looks to you and kind of quirks an eyebrow and just goes, "You will have to forgive me, but we have not built the goodwill that I have built with your friend here." And he gestures to Saya. It's like, just because you are their associate does not mean you are mine. And I would rather
That's
you...
fair.
I'd rather you either prove it or give us a little time to make an arrangement.
At the point of prove it, Queenie goes, "Wait 1 second," and I'm gonna go grab King.
Okay, King is grabbed.
Yeah, to prove that I am a metal worker.
I helped make this man. I promise.
I made him.
My signature is on his left foot. Don't worry about it.
That's my maker's mark. But yeah, you bring King, and
It's like
there's,
the Barbie doll.
there's definitely a moment of, oh shit. And you say,
I work with metal. I also work with leather, so if you need your own shoes doing and not just the horse shoes, I can do them too.
Saya's just gonna chime in and go. Although they are new, we are trustworthy of them. If I trust them, you can too.
$7 gold. And I expect
I
new
can deal
shoes
with
after
that.
this festival.
New shoes after the festival. Okay.
Well,
Right.
Just measurements.
everything will be shut for the festival.
Okay, so shoes for you or for the horses?
For the horses.
How many?
And he turns about and goes, oh, how about this? We will check the shoes and the quality over the course of the day. You enjoy the festival, and then the next day you come back to us. But if you don't come back to us, then we will come find you and expect a repayment.
Okay, so out of character DM, how many days does that give me to make horseshoes?
Today.
I'm gonna go find a blacksmith.
Well, think of it this way. He said to you, he doesn't know how many horseshoes he needs. You've come out of nowhere being like, I can get you horseshoes. So he said, give me today to look over the horseshoes. I will give you tomorrow for the festival. And then the day after, I will come find you and tell you how many horseshoes we want. But if they can't find you, then they're going to come and find you and ask for the 3 gold that you didn't pay.
So basically, I need to go to a forge, make a horseshoe, bring it back here. In 2 days' time, they're going to tell me how many that they want.
Oh no, they're not asking for. They're not asking for proof of service. They're just telling you that they need a day to figure out how many horseshoes they want.
They're like, just give me a day to count up my horseshoes and I'll get back to you.
All of this for 3 gold. This does not seem worth it.
I mean, horseshoes are not expensive to buy in D&D, so...
Oh, they're not?
No.
I kind of want this to be secret, but if they were to leave, Saya would just offer 3 gold to them and be like,
I mean, you can hang
don't worry
back
about
if you
it.
want.
Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
I'm fully ready to make these fucking horseshoes. And you're gonna sweep in and be like, nah, don't worry about it.
Well, no. You can still make the horseshoes, but Saya's just gonna make it so you don't have to worry that much about it.
Yeah? So, are you trying to stealth away from the group, or are you just gonna wait behind as if you want to talk to the guy?
I'm gonna wait behind.
Okay. So, Saya's not trying to hide the fact that she's waiting behind, so Queenie and Sonder would see her, like, talking to the guy.
Sandra's just grateful that he got a discount, so he's just gonna go over and just be like, hey, Mr. Chief Man said that it was okay that it was 7 gold. Is that okay? And he'll be like, yeah, totally. Be like, cool, here's the gold. I have to go put new clothes on now.
So yeah, I'll say that, say in the gap between Sonder and Queenie going to like buy Sonder's new clothing, you can slip Luvash like the other 3 gold and just be like, don't worry about it.
So it's just gonna be like, don't worry about it. We do have some other things that have to be done tonight. This is just so you get your payment, but hopefully new horseshoes as well.
And he nods to you for that and says, savvy businesswoman, and puts the money away in his pouch.
So as far as I'm aware, I have to come back here the day after the festival to see how many horseshoes he needs.
As far as you're aware.
Great, okay.
Once Saya walks out to join the group, she's just kind of like, she's like, what are our plans next? I have to find Azazel and Aurora.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we're going back to the inn so we can get cleaned up for the dinner party.
Yep.
We shall head back then.
What?
Saunders just a little bit happier with his new clothing as he's kind of like inspecting the material and like the stitches, and he's like, oh, this is actually really good craftsmanship.
Let me point out, Queenie, that Saya also wanted to keep a good reputation. That's why she also did the thing. Not that she doesn't trust you, but to make it easier.
I love how you were about to say Airmid.
I really was.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Well, I looked over on the sheet and I saw Austra, and my brain was like, Ermed. I'm like, no, it's none of them. It's Queenie.
Are you actually telling Queenie that, or is that just what you're telling me?
It's out of character.
Okay.
But it's then that you notice. Alright then. I'd say that you all get back to the inn.
I think I know.
Aurora, I'm assuming that after your session of bathing, praying, getting dressed, you would potentially head down to the bar?
Yep. And probably with her sketchbook to drink, talk with, I forget his name, but the bard, or keep to herself and draw.
Mm-hmm. So, I can tell you that the bard is down in the tap room with you.
Okay.
So, Rictavio is there to have a conversation with, should you wish.
Okay. Should probably see if he would tell one of his stories, because it's all still new to her, and she would rather listen than right now than engage in full conversation.
No, that's fair. You get the impression that Rictavio kind of understands the place that you're in right now. So he's not forcing you to engage, he's not forcing you to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely the essence of, okay, let's try to distract and do anything else. Like, let's not focus on whatever we're focusing on right now. So he does begin to it would help if I could speak. He begins to tell a story of the strongest woman he'd ever known, this halfling called Bertha. And he starts telling exaggerated stories of the feats of strength that Bertha accomplished as a part of the circus. the things that she could lift, the people that she fought, the things that she dragged. Like, pretty much, like, if you think of World's Strongest Man, Bertha is doing many things that a halfling should not be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going through these different stories, embellishing. You're getting the impression now that, like, once it gets towards the end, he could be lying, but you don't know. Like, this all could be a story that he's making up, but at the same time, it's making you smile, so who cares?
Yeah.
As the stories get worse and worse. I would say that you see two men get kicked out, Aurora. They get actually kicked out of the tavern because they were drunk and being drunk and disorderly.
Oh, goody.
And you've seen them a couple of times. Like, they've usually come into the tavern to get drunk during the day, but they don't normally interact with you too much. They pretty much stick to themselves, but they always come in together and they always leave together.
Okay. Yeah, if she gets a chance during the story, she would maybe occasionally start splitting her attention to start a new sketch next to Austra's.
Mm-hmm.
This time starting to draw TS and Valdis.
Completely fair. I'd say at this point, Azazel, you're still on your stakeout, so the others will get back to the tavern and see Aurora just sketching away.
And 4.
So,
Seeing Aurora sketching away, I'll walk over, take a seat next to them.
She'll
How are you doing?
better than I was, though I'm not sure how much that says right now.
Better than what you were. It's always an improvement. Better than being worse.
That's true. I'm looking forward to being myself at some point. She'll tilt the sketchbook to show him just what she's working on so far. I thought it might be a good idea to memorialize everyone, at least like this. That way, an image of them lives on, even if the memory will fade.
It's kind of you.
I didn't know them as well as I would have liked, but no one deserves to be forgotten.
I'm glad to have a friend quite like you, even if you didn't know them too well. Got a good heart.
How was the toy store?
Pretty fun. I got something pretty interesting, and I'm gonna put it in there. So.
Just gonna like grimace, just like a little bit, like the faintest like look of a grimace. Just, I remember that from my visit.
He has an interesting taste, but his work's good.
It's beautiful in a dark way. I certainly appreciate the craftsmanship, but it's a far cry from what I would consider a toy.
No. But I also learned where he got his skills from. He much shadowed a person. He was an inventor. I guess he made a clockwork automaton, kind of like what Ping is. Over in, yes, it's over in Castle Ravenloft. Don't know where that is. told it was east, but
It is a place we should try to avoid for now. It's where to my understanding, it's where our big, imposing overlord lives.
yeah, we should not go there. Especially if he actually had it in his collection, because that would not be a fun time.
Agreed. Do you have any plans before the dinner?
Other than spruce up King and myself, not particularly. What about you?
I'm as ready as I can get, but nothing else otherwise besides working on this and maybe listening to some music or trying to play some myself.
Well, if you decide to play some music, I hope they'll be down for it. If you hear clanging and banging upstairs, it's me trying to get some dents out of King. Don't be alarmed.
Good to know. Do you play anything?
Not really. I play a pretty mean anvil.
Oh, an anvil can set a good rhythm. I've heard music written around the song, around the clang of a hammer on the anvil before.
I would love to hear that, because I'm not musically inclined, unfortunately.
If I don't know what land you were from, but if you ever end up, or if we end up back in my home and you with us, I'd be glad to take you to introduce them.
Sounds like a fun time. I travel a lot. We've been going to some weird places, me and Queenie Sonder. So, find ourselves in your neck of the woods. I'd love to have a tour. Hopefully, it's better than this place.
The place I grew up was it was a temple, so it was white and red and beautiful and full of color and peace.
Place much different from what you're used to. Then this is more dreary and, well, I can't say it's peaceful. I can say it's pretty much the exact opposite of peaceful.
It is. It's given me a little. It's given me a chance to actually see if I can try to bring light here. The goddess I serve is one of love and beauty and things that are very sorely needed in a place like this. First, I think I need to find myself again before I can properly represent it, though.
It's fair. If you ever need any hands, any type of task, small, large, just let us know.
I will, thank you. I should probably let you fix up King before we go.
That just said I should probably start heading upstairs and work on King. We'll see you later.
Yes.
To my own room.
And Aurora will go back to trying to sketch.
For sake of time, after Sonder is done cleaning himself up and putting on his new clothes, he would also actually approach Aurora just a little bit timidly, his tail kind of swishing a bit anxiously behind him as he just patiently waits for you to notice him.
That probably does not take long. just like probably even the smallest like little shadow, and she'd be looking over. Oh, Sonder, correct?
Yes. He gives you a bit of a shy smile. Aurora, correct?
Yes.
I've heard you're very handy with pretty things, and I was wondering. He kind of just like shyly looks to the side. I am not very well versed in being proper, and I have no idea what to do with all of this, and just gestures to his hair. It's a bit thick and cumbersome at times, because you can see it like goes down to like his ass basically. Like it's not in his usual braid anymore, it's like fully down, so it's like soft waves in like really bouncy curls near like the shorter parts of his hair. I just if I just would you mind helping me with this?
Of course. I helped my sister all the time. I would be glad to. She'll close her book and motion towards the door. I have a brush and things in my room, if you don't mind.
You see him like perk up, and he gives you like a big genuine smile, and you can see like the little blush on his cheeks as he's just, I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. It's nice to do something familiar.
He kind of gives you like an understanding look, and kind of gestures as a like lead the way with his arm.
Yeah, she will start upstairs. Obviously, guiding him to her room. Once they're inside, just like, here's like, there's a chair.
You would
motion.
honestly probably sit on the floor so you can like reach like his whole head of hair, because if he like sits on the chair and you sit on the bed, it might be a little bit tall.
True. Yeah, so just like this little look of like, are you sure, when he sits on the floor, like I can get you like a pillow or blanket or something to make that more comfortable?
He smiles at you. I'm actually not really used to sleeping on soft things, so the floor is actually perfectly comfortable for me, but thank you.
So the complete opposite of me. She'll be getting out her little like her kit and everything, pulling out like a brush. She'll hand him the little mirror that was in it so he can watch what she's doing.
Aw. He will very gently like take it and kind of like position it in front of him a bit awkwardly, like this is how you're supposed to do it, right?
She'll like, smile, like nod, like yeah, as and like start doing his hair. It was nice of everyone for the flowers. Thank you again.
He gives you a soft smile like through the mirror, and you can kind of see his posture change a little bit, where his shoulders kind of droop a tad. I understand what it feels like to lose family, and I know how hard it can be, and how it feels hollow, and that you won't find any happiness again. But I promise it does get better because they won't ever leave you. Wherever you go, they will follow. And they love you just as much as you love them.
Thank you. I've been working on trying to keep their images with me. The flowers were a very perfect choice.
Yellow tulips are very good for anything, really. They're a very universal flower. And a little bit of comfort, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And it was something I noticed fairly that I noticed when I first looked at it. Uh, I,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
again, I wanted to say thank you.
It's no bother at all. I'm just glad that we could help a little bit. It's definitely tough to deal with, especially when you're in such an uncertain place where you don't really feel like you have any ground underneath your feet. So, what little comfort that we can bring, just let us know, because you don't deserve to suffer alone.
Flowers are a good start, always. Even with the various meanings, any flowers, something beautiful, and beauty in this place is something to treasure.
He'll kind of like wiggle a little bit as he gets out a small leather pouch. It's like his components pouch. And he kind of opens it up and shows you how he has a bunch of wildflowers in it, and is like, well, if you ever need a bit of happiness, I've always got a pouch on my hip for it. And just gives you a small smile.
Those are lovely. I will most certainly keep that in mind.
I mostly like to put them in my hair because the black and white does get a bit tedious at times. It's not very colorful, so I like to spruce it up a little bit sometimes.
Would you like me to add a few now?
If you would like, that would be lovely.
She'll take like a small handful and start like getting them in there like tastefully while she's doing his hair.
His hair is very thick, but not as coarse as you think it would be. It still has a bit of texture, but it's still very soft, and it smells like lavender and lemongrass.
Good to know. She's also at some point during this going to be like glancing in the mirror because of like the reflection and everything, looking at his eyes. I hope this does not sound rude, but your eyes are so different. I mean that in a very good way. They're beautiful, almost like a sunrise.
You see him, like, smile a bit shyly, like his ears kind of, like, flutter a little bit, as you see a very large blush kind of spread on his face. He just thank you. They didn't used to be this color. Before they were more of a deep green, but since being in the Feywild for so long, I'm not really sure what happened, but they decided to be this, and just kind of like vaguely gestures towards his face. They shift colors a lot. It's the same color scheme, but they just, I don't know how to explain it. It's like liquid mercury, if anything. It's a little unsettling when you wake up one day and your eyes are changed, but thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy them. As he kind of just like scratches his cheek awkwardly, like he doesn't know how to take the compliment.
Eyes reveal a lot about someone. And I personally find them to be usually one of the most beautiful parts of a person.
You see him kind of like smile, and he goes to like nod and then stops himself. And he's just, I can agree with that. I've not really had many humanoid companions, except for Queenie and Jack recently, but I've spent a lot of time with animals, and sometimes they have the most fascinating eyes. Especially Jimmy. He's a giant crocodile that I was friends with. He has the most interesting pattern on his irises, but he would never really let me get close enough.
There we go. I'm guessing what I said didn't come through because my mic unplugged a little bit.
No, actually, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. I would almost like to see as well. You mentioned you haven't been with the others for long. Do you mind if I ask how you met?
He gives you a very wide smile. Well, the funny thing is, we only really started traveling together about 6 months ago. You see, I've been in the Feywild for... You see him pause for a little bit. A very, very long time. And I was a little bit of a shepherd, if you will. I would go and lead people from settlement to settlement, escort them through the woods and through various dangers, I guess. I was a bit of a wayfinder, if you will. And one day I found these two humans in the woods. And I didn't really know what to think of them at first. But when I noticed that they were lost, I approached them. Maybe it could have gone better. He kind of just like shyly smiles. I sometimes forget when I'm in wild shape, and I scared them quite a bit, actually. I was a lion at the time, and they thought I was going to eat them.
I suppose anyone else would as well, myself included.
I felt terrible afterwards, but I became myself, and I asked if they needed any help. And they did. And we started a long trek back to civilization and got our bearings there and talked and slowly but surely became friends until we found a portal out of the Feywild. And they offered me a spot to come with them. And I mean, I didn't really have anything back in the Feywild, so I said, sure. And we've been traveling ever since. It's definitely interesting. You learn a lot of new things when you're suddenly not in the forest all the time.
I can understand that. I've learned a lot not being in a temple all the time. But while you are in a forest or a temple, there's still a lot you can learn.
I don't know much about how to be prim and improper, or even the correct way to tell somebody hello in the morning. But I try to approach everything with an open heart and kindness, and some genuine, what's the word? Intention to be better, to learn. I might not be the smartest person, but I try my hardest to make the best of it.
Well, I wish I could say that kindness would get far in this world, but I'm much the same. I think sometimes Azazel curses my name for that, but I prefer kindness to a lot of other things.
Kindness and understanding can get you a very long way. And even though some people might not appreciate it or might not understand, that is, I believe, what Queenie calls it is a you problem. It is their problem that they cannot receive kindness well. You are trying your best, and that's all that matters.
This place does not quite accept kindness too well, as I've learned. But I suppose that's part of the challenge to be here, especially for people like us.
He'll give you, like, a small smile. It is definitely, different.
As long as you don't lose that. When I'm myself, I've got a love of performing. My sister and I managed to do it a few times, making music and entertainment downstairs to bring even a moment of light to an otherwise dark place.
He kind of, like, perks up at that. I do remember when we were outside of the coffin maker. We were playing together, and that was absolutely lovely. I'm not really used to other people listening to my music, but it was an absolute delight playing with you. And once you're feeling a little bit more yourself, I would love to play with you again.
I would love that as well. I like to play with people, and in the musical sense.
He kind of like tilts his head a little bit at that, like, what?
When the harmonies and melodies of music join together, it's something quite beautiful. And in a place like this, it can also earn you money, which it seems our group is lacking on, at least the last I knew.
He definitely agrees with that. It is like, I spent most of my gold getting a new outfit for tonight, because I figured some patched up old pants and a rather well worn but well taken care of top does not really what is the word? Is not very appropriate for a, in quotations, high class dinner.
Yes, your new clothes actually suit you quite well.
Thank you. I was worried. I'm not exactly the body type that most people have in stock for. So I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't be able to find anything in a timely manner, and that I might have to sew something rather quickly. But we did find some very nice clothing at, I believe it was a encampment, I believe. They're called the Vistani, I think. They we were able to get some wares from them, and it's actually very well made.
I'm familiar with the place, yes. I'm glad they were able to help. Again, they suit you quite well.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I definitely enjoy the security of these pants compared to the other ones.
I'd maybe guess around this point she'd finish his hair for sake of.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. I'm not sure how much that mirror will allow you to see, but I hope it is suitable and that you like it.
He'll definitely kind of like pull his hair like over his shoulder and like look on the sides of his head, and he'll see like the little like flowers that you put in, and like I don't know if you put in like extra braids or something, but yeah, he'll definitely like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I would be very, very happy to do your hair in the future if you need it.
He gives you like a very bright smile, and he kind of takes a couple flowers from his pouch, and he just like hands them to you, like, so we can match.
She is definitely like, she smiles at that, like she's happy, she's cheering up and everything, and she is very quick to add them into her very nicely half up done hair.
He gives you a big smile, and you see him kind of like stand up and do like a little bit of like a mock twirl. I feel fancy.
You look ready for a very nice dinner.
Well, I hope it looks that way on the outside, because I'm a bit nervous.
You'll do fine. I don't think that your friends your friends would allow anyone to make a fool of themselves in such an environment.
Well, I hope not. Jack already offered to help me with anything if I was unsure. But I think I'll mostly just stay quiet and follow the herd, if anything. I already kind of stand out enough, so.
Just don't be too quiet if something seems off or important enough to mention.
I will, I'm sure I'll be fine. I have been through worse.
At this point in this place, I think all of us have. I would like to say what can go wrong with the dinner, but
He kind of just like knocks on the banister of the bed very gently, like 3 times. Just to make sure. We don't want to jinx ourselves.
good idea. Shall we? She motions towards the door.
Yes, I don't want to take up too much more of your time.
She shrugs, like, I have nothing more to really occupy my time, if I'm honest. Just, drawing.
I've noticed you sketching in your book before. And he kind of like, as we're like walking back down the stairs and like going back into like the bar area, he'll kind of also pull out his notebook and like show you his more like anatomical like sketches and figure drawings and like of different plants and animals and what they do and how they work, and he'll just be like, this is my gigantic notebook of like field study stuff, so I can actually understand the world around me.
That's very well organized and very, very incredibly talented.
Thank you. I'm trying to compile a little bit more extra information about the vampire spawn, because they were a bit surprising. I honestly, that might have been my fault. I didn't expect them to be as strong as they were.
I shouldn't have made us go back there.
Don't beat yourself up about it. You wanted your family back, your friends back, and nobody could have known that they were still there.
And in the process, it nearly cost more lives.
He kind of midway down the stairs, I guess, will just very gently like put his hand on your shoulder. Please, nobody blames you. Nobody thinks any ill of you for wanting to get your family back. And people have gotten hurt, but that's not your fault. You were not the claws raking through my fur. You were trying to help, and you were trying to find closure, and nobody could ever fault you for that.
I'm just glad it worked out for the best. If not, it's something I would have lived with.
He gives you, like, a bit of a sad smile and kind of nods in understanding. Well, we all made it out, for better or for worse. So, at least we have more knowledge for next time on how to deal with the situation. We have more information that we didn't have beforehand, and more information is always better.
That is true. For now, I suppose we should think of happier things. It's definitely easier to be myself again when trying to think of something that's happy.
He'll kind of give you a smile, and, like, as we're walking through the door to the bar, he'll just be like, do you know if it's actually true you hold out your pinky when you drink tea?
I believe it was at one point. It was something that went out of fashion, you could say.
Well, that's good, because I've never done that before. And I usually just take the cup in my hands and down the entire thing. I didn't know you were supposed to savor tea specifically.
There's many different types of flavors, and a good cup of tea or a good meal can be just as much a delight on the senses as a pleasant dream or a pleasant smell.
He definitely, like, agrees, and he'll kind of, like, lead you back towards, like, your spot with, like, Rictavio just being like, I don't know if you still want to sit here or what you're gonna do, but, like...
She's definitely, like, still fine with sitting there and everything. Would you like a glass of wine, or is there something you would like to do before?
Well, I think it might be a little bit of a good idea to practice, I guess. Sounding a little bit more eloquent than I actually do. So I'm gonna go sit in the corner and practice how to talk correctly. You just see him give, like, a very awkward smile.
If you would like, I can help with that.
Coaching would be nice.
Yeah, for sake of simplicity, it's like, yeah, she would sit and help him with, like, wording and, like, proper greetings and everything.
He would just be, like, writing all of it down in his book and asking, like how to phonetically spell things out and how, like, which, like, pronunciation you use and, like, what, like, you know, what gestures you go for, how, like, the body language is, and he'll just ask very extensive questions about it.
And she would answer all of it. Like, very calmly, very patiently.
So he would take everything down and just absorb it all just very quietly and, like, actively listening, like, nodding along to you, asking any questions that he would have.
Yeah. And at some point she would probably offer to teach him to dance, but, like, at a different point in time. Like, this isn't something we're probably going to need tonight.
He will definitely take you up on the offer and say that he has 2 left feet. He's never been great with balance, unless he's a cat.
a joke on her end of like, yes, same, but it's important to at least know the steps and have fun.
Oh, totally. Totally agree with that.
But yeah.
Giving people the chance to catch up. If anyone wants to take a short rest, now's the time. Feel free to click the button, use as many hit dice as you like. I'll also say that is probably Azazel, the moment of your 2 hours are up. Or at least you've got 2 hours to go.
And anyone else walk in, walk out? I see anything else?
No, if there is any activity going on, it's pretty insular. You don't see anyone else leaving.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start making my way back to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just taking note of what I saw, and then I want to look for everyone who's been waiting at the tavern.
Mm-hmm. You'd probably see Sonda and Aurora off to one side. They're smiling, laughing. You see that Sonda's hair has been done, so you're assuming that was Aurora's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Others are just relaxing in the bar. You do hear a couple of clanking noises from upstairs, so you're assuming that is probably Jack and King.
Gotcha. I'll see everyone who's downstairs. So everyone but Jack and King are in the tavern, like downstairs right now, correct?
As far as I'm aware.
Okay. I'll be like, hi. Let's go upstairs. I'm assuming the loud banging noise is not Jack having a good time, but is probably doing something else. So I say we go to him so we can have a conversation, shall we?
Whatever you need to say, don't be afraid. We are all yours.
I'm not afraid. I was told last time that I shouldn't say that I met somebody out loud in front of everybody, so now I'm being cautious.
Oh, I understand. Yes. Private conversation. Good. Yes. That's yeah.
You're gonna do great, kid.
I'll just awkwardly smile at you.
I was kind of give you that like, you're gonna get eaten alive look.
Yeah. He'll just give you a shaky thumbs up.
And then I'll walk upstairs. I'll give I'll walk over. Is your door closed, Jack?
His door would be closed just to try to help muffle the noise a little bit and not have that ring out into the town.
Okay, he'll give a knock on the door and be like, Jack, you in there?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Is it though?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna open the door and walk in, and just for everyone else to kind of walk in after me. After everyone does, because I'm assuming no one's gonna give me an issue. I'll close the door and alright. So I may or may not have done a little look-sees at where we're going to be heading for the dinner. And things are a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd. It's going to be a little bit odd. You guys familiar with was it the Jackson brothers? Was the name?
The Watcher brothers.
Watcher Brothers. Yeah, that's the name. Sorry. Multitasking right now. Yeah. Do you guys know who they are? I highly doubt you do.
I do not.
Mm-mm.
Shakes his head no.
Okay, cool. So they're a bunch of assholes. Basically, like to do what they like with people, especially women. You know, those kind of scum-like. They walked in there, and then the guy who's technically supposed to be watching us is in there. So as of right now, technically, we're not being watched by that one guy. So that being said, we're walking into something where a bunch of assholes live. I don't know about you, but I'm not a huge fan of that. But I still say we go.
I mean, keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
Sure, I never liked that saying, but sure. If you do, go for it.
Hmm.
I was more if I don't like you, I don't want to be around you, so I'm not going to be. I like that one more.
Hmm.
I mean, that's also fair, but it's also good to keep tabs on people.
Speaking of
Okay, you know them
friends,
then?
well, speaking of friends and enemies and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
remember that toy shop you went to and told us about?
Unfortunately.
We went there today.
Oh, great! Love that. Why?
Well, I'm not sure what the reason for Jack, Queenie, and Sonner to go, but I remembered about the arena doll you told us about, and I went to see if I could find it.
And?
It's been sold,
Okay.
but I have a name.
How? What? Did you get naked?
Why
No.
would you think that?
I don't know. It's the first thing that came in my mind of why he would answer you. They can't be possibly your just fabulous personality.
Maybe
just
I do have a
asked.
fabulous personality. You just gotta look. We date.
What?
We
What? Yeah? I have to what? See, even you have a hard time saying it. Anywho,
No, for
continue.
a person who talks like you talk a lot of shit, get to your point.
I've stated my point. I'm waiting for her.
The person. This person. His name is Strezzer. Strezzer. Is it Strezzer or Stred? It was something Strezzer. Stregar.
Dragon.
Sprinsky?
No, that wasn't it. Dragor?
Gunther.
No. DM help.
Why?
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 That's a valid question. Honestly, as a DM, that's a very valid question. Answer.
I believe it was
his name-
Strinsky.
No, it was Stragor, I believe.
It was Gregory. I knew it.
It was not.
God damn it.
Sorry.
The
I wasn't even here for this.
I have written down is the Von one.
He's a worm. I knew it.
No, that's the person
I
that
will-
Linsky apprenticed under.
I will help you out this once, but I'm going to remind you that in session 0, you told me that you wanted it to be hard, and you should be taking notes.
Von Berg is the person who Blinsky worked
Apprentice
under.
under.
Yes.
I
he's
got
the
it
one who made
right.
the clockwork man.
Stragor.
No, it's Strasny.
Strasny. Damn it. I heard wrong.
I heard Gregory. My arch nemesis.
Yes, Von Werg was the person that Blinsky apprenticed under.
Okay. Thank you. Strasny.
That was your one and only freebie.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well. Names kill me. Anyway.
How are
name
they
is-
spelling that name?
Strasny. Strazni. Strasny.
Strasny. Anyway, this guy, he Strasny is the one that purchased the arena doll, and he has also been the one to go to him constantly, to Belinsky, and ask to commission dolls.
Okay.
And from the sound of it, he does it quite frequently. He's a frequent customer.
So he's a freak.
Well, don't you want to find out why he had an arena doll and what else he's going to keep going with the dolls?
Be completely honest with you. I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. But apparently, I'm stuck here.
Look, I get it. I want to leave too. I don't like this place. And that toy shop was extremely creepy. Who wants to have a headless horseman or with chasing wolves or whatever? I don't know. It was Nightmare on Elm Street over there.
I don't know what that is.
And
I choose to not answer that.
and I think
Yeah.
we need to find
Yeah.
out. I think we need to find out why he keeps going and asking for a customization of a doll that technically becomes a real person.
You mean it technically becomes a real person?
Is a real person.
It speaks, it talks, it walks, it breathes.
Well, I don't know. You saw it. Did you touch
Give
it?
me
That's
fucking
a doll.
strength. Clearly the dolls are based on people. That's what you're getting at. There's no need to be a dick about it.
Hey! Shit happens here. I like to know exactly what's being said and talked about. I'm not being a dick. She's not being very descriptive.
I am being descriptive. I'm being descriptive the best that I can. You saw it. I did not.
Okay. I
All
don't
I know
disagree
is
with
it
you.
looked like arena.
I don't disagree with you. We should probably check that out. But we have other things in our immediate hand. We can't, unless you want to split everybody up, and part of us do that, and part of us goes to the party.
I think we're required to go to the party.
Now, it say that in the letter.
What does it say in that letter?
It says we're invited to a party.
Oh, very descriptive.
I
Very
know,
accurate.
right? See, it sucks, doesn't it? So don't play one side or the other when it fits you.
We can go to the party, and then a couple of us can make the excuse to leave early.
That's perfectly fine if you want to. I really don't care. I came to give you guys information, and now I'm regretting doing so.
I'm returning said information.
So what's the plan? Are we going in? Are we going fashionably late? Are we going fashionably early?
From what I'm understanding, you don't want to be here.
Great.
Who
Very
is Irina?
Don't worry about it. Looks a fucking
Side eyes the camera.
Yeah, I look over at you. I'm just like, don't you fight? Thanks for fucking saying something that was supposed to not be talked about. Arena's just a friend. It's a good time. It's great.
Right. So what's gonna happen, or my thought process is, I know some of us wanted to go to the festival tomorrow as well. So we just go to the dinner tonight. Try to have a fun time both tonight and tomorrow. We'll leave after the festival, or the next day, depending on what time the festival ends. That way we're no longer in this town. We don't need to worry about whomever has this doll or whatnot. You're out of this town. And we go to the place you were wanting to go.
Agreed.
I love democracy.
Get this over with so I can get the stress off.
You look really nice, by the way.
Looks at you with the most, ridiculous expression of, I don't know if you mean that.
Would you like to incite me?
Sure.
Say it didn't change. She just stayed in her outfit.
Well, that's a 15.
I think that was a private roll because we didn't.
It was to the DM.
Oh, okay.
Because if I'm lying or not, whether I roll high, if they can't tell.
Queenie, he seems to be on the level and telling you the truth.
I'm so sorry you cut out.
He's telling the truth.
Thanks.
You're
I'm very uncomfortable.
I can tell. You're sweating.
Azazel's
Yeah,
right. You look nice, though.
There is a reason I only wear this dress on occasions and holy days.
Well, this isn't neither. So let's have some fun, shall we? How much time do we have left?
A couple
I
of
hope we
hours.
have enough time to get over there.
Alright. I'm gonna go pre-game just a little bit, and then we'll head off when it's time, shall we?
Just be careful.
With?
The alcohol.
Nobody likes a drunk dinner guest.
Nobody likes a know-it-all or someone who tells them how to live their life. Especially after an event
I'm not
just a few
telling
days
you
ago.
how to live your life. I'm just saying.
Would you grab me a drink, Zazel?
Yeah, what do you want, motor oil?
I think King would love that.
I figured. What do you want?
Surprise me.
Alright, your funeral. DL, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna order 1 water. And then just 2 ales.
Fair enough.
Like just like a light ale, and I'll walk up and I'll give Jack a water. Like a shot of the water.
I'll take the shot, realize that it's water, and then just throw an oily rag at Zazel. Smile placid on his face.
Hey, you said anything I want, so I did.
I also said to surprise me, and well, this was a surprise.
See, I won, you lost, I win. Also, here's a light ale.
Thank you.
Wait, did everyone else go back downstairs, or are you guys all just chilling in his room still?
Well, I was just gonna have Saya talk to Aurora.
That's fine.
Damn, so was I.
Well, Sonder was going to.
We are not gonna get this dinner today.
No,
No, we're not.
Sonder was gonna give Jack a little bit of a side hug and just be like, "If you need me, I will be downstairs practicing on how to be a human being."
Fair enough.
Just putting it out there to be devil's advocate. You were told that Strasny lived at the Burgomaster's mansion, and you have 2 hours before this dinner. You don't have to sit around and wait.
I'm going out. Sorry, Aurora. We'll. I don't have an outfit,
You're
but we'll
going
talk
on your
about
own?
it later.
If you're not telling anyone where you're going.
You're like, I'm leaving, and they're gone.
She looks around at everyone and whoever's in the room. She goes, "I'm going to the Burgermeister's house. That's where Strahd lives. Bye."
Bro, it's your fucking funeral.
All good.
You made okay, right then, and they tell everyone that I'm rash.
I'm gonna head with them just to make sure they're gonna be alright.
Fine. I'll follow.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Fair enough, I won't.
You just did.
No, I said I won't. Did not
If
mention
I
it.
get this dress dirty, my mothers are going to kill me.
Then stay there.
Go.
Are we heading out?
Yeah, I would say
I'm
before.
so sorry. I tried to figure out what he had said. I just can't hear it.
I would say before Jack and Azazel went out, Saya would just look at them and go, "Remember, I'm half dead already, so can't
Let's
kill
not
me
make it full
twice."
then. Yes, they can.
But yeah, they'll head off.
Oh god, I have such a bad feeling about this.
Me too.
I listen to the booming voice in the sky, okay? That's God.
That's the worst decision you could have made.
Listen, if they are not back in 30 minutes, we are going after them.
In 30 minutes. Don't we die in 16?
I mean, 10-minute walk there, maybe 20-minute walk there.
Exactly.
One fight lasts, what, 30 seconds, probably less.
And if we go down, 6, 12, 18, 18 seconds, dead.
So yeah.
Perfect. Continue!
18.
We got your back. Do I touch the lever? Absolutely.
All right then. So Saya, it doesn't take much to find the Burgomaster's mansion, considering that there is a lot of activity happening outside of it. Getting ready for the festival tomorrow. But the mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. The front door is a hubbub of activity. It seems that anyone and everyone is walking through those front doors, bringing bundles of food, decorations. It seems that quite a few people are using this as a storage area for tomorrow.
What do you guys think?
You're on your own at the moment.
Oh, they're not there? Oh, I thought they were. Oh, okay. I thought they were right behind me.
They watched you leave and said if you're dead in 30 minutes, then we'll come get you.
No. I thought we were following them and saying the other people said they were going to come after us in 30 minutes. Me and Jack were going with them, yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So are you with them or no? Her.
Are we with them? I don't know. Are we with them?
I mean, if you ran after her, then yeah.
Yes.
Alright, well, she's gonna look at them and go, should we just go through the door? Walk through the door?
If I may ask, what's your game plan? Why are we here?
You have no idea what we're doing here right now?
We're here because
My complete attention.
we're
Yeah? Keep going.
Please don't choke. Just finish the food in your mouth and then talk.
A PSA of why you shouldn't roleplay with your mouth full.
It's fun. We're here because
Yeah?
Straznor. Oh, fuck. This is such a weird name. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Strahd.
Strasny.
Stress snore.
Strasny. Shut up, Azazel. Bought Irina's doll and has been going back to commission other dolls like Irina's, and it's fishy. That is screaming. There's something going on with this person as to why he's doing this, and I want to find out why.
So
The game plan is.
Oh, go ahead, continue. I thought you were done. My bad. I'm shut up now.
The game plan is to ask about the Irina doll. We're simply going to say, we saw it in the shop, we thought it was pretty, we wanted to buy it, didn't know it was on hold, and I asked who it belonged to, and thus came here. Any questions?
So we're connoisseurs.
Yes.
So we're gonna also ask him why he got it, or... Because I understand you look out to the point of getting here, but that kind of makes it sound like we're wanting to buy it from him.
It also seems like we're just being really nosy on someone else's fetish.
Essentially, I'd like to find out how he was able to commission that doll without actually seeing Irina.
How do you know he didn't see her?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe he did. But why would he ask for a replica doll just like her?
So we are being nosy. That's fine. I'm fine with being nosy. I just want to know why we're doing it. We're nosy.
Where's the two questions I want answered is why he is going to commission dolls every month, and why do they look like people, like actual people?
Operation Nosy Fuckers, begin.
Really? You remember that in Operation Kink Shame?
That too. I also like that. I didn't know you were here, but thank you.
I would like to ask one more question. Because it sounds
No, I'm not gay.
No, I was going to ask that, but I was going to ask if Azazel could do the questioning. Mainly because it sounded like there was information that was supposed to be withheld from me, and you kind of let that one out.
Yeah, again, by the way.
It sounded like you probably don't want him finding out about the person he has a doll of.
You see this boy? He's smart boy.
Where did you come from?
The motherland.
You were supposed to be in the mansion.
Get back in there. This isn't in the
In your hole. Get back in your pocket.
Polly Pocket.
Polly want a cracker. Motherland want a cracker.
Either way, there's something going on here. We have to figure it out.
Don't have to. But am I doing the talking?
I'm afraid of you doing the talking, but
all right, I'm doing the talking. All right, Jack, you're now Dutch, and you. Everyone's so
What the fuck?
Sorry. You're now Dutch, and your first name came in my head, and you're Brittany. All right, we're fetish connoisseurs. Let's go. I want to go ahead. I want to walk up to the door. I was gonna just walk right in like I own the fucking place.
Yep, and no one pays you any mind or attention. There's so much activity going on that the idea of someone just walking in, yep, completely makes sense.
Beautiful. That's what I want. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go, Brittany. Which one looks like Strahd?
She's just kind of shrugs her shoulders.
That's fanning.
Stage whispers to Azazel. I don't know what he looks like. I just know his name.
That's right. Forgot. Yeah, the useless Brittany.
So, describing the entrance hall to you since you've busted open the door and just walked in. There are framed portraits all along the walls with there is a wide staircase that goes up to the floor above, with a carpeted hall attached to the foyer, which stretches on the length of the mansion. There's several doors coming off either side, including one at the far end. There are bunches of twigs that have been heaped against the wall.
These portraits, are they like family portraits or like self-portraits?
They are family portraits. So
Are they the same family?
yes.
Ooh, I like
so
that.
you
What do
can
they
see
look like?
you can see who you're assuming is the burgomaster, because he's wearing like a very red ceremonial robe. He is a bear of a man, tall, broad, muscular. His hair is a little bit widow's peaking, but he's let it grow long, so it's almost like a fading mullet.
This is in the front part, in the back.
Yeah, pretty much. Almost like an exaggerated baby's curl is what he's got for hair on his forehead. It goes away to a widow's peak and then goes away into a mullet.
I will give this description to both Azazel and Saya.
Next to him, you see his very dour-looking wife wearing a very similar, like, red ceremonial robe. Like, it seems to be, like, the official, like, burgomaster and wife attire. But she has, like, blonde hair very similar to his, pulled away from her face with, like, some kind of circlet. Both screaming opulence, both screaming grandeur. As you're looking at the other portraits, you're getting the impression that this must be the burgomaster's family, because they all bear a very striking resemblance to each other. And I'm just going to let that description sink in.
Do I see any of these people? Possibly in the main area?
You don't know. This main central bit is being taken up with activity, but mainly activity around servants and commoners that have also come in, like, using the front doors.
Do any of these...
Speak to me!
One second. Do any of these people look like they're in charge of, like, organizing or things of that nature?
Make a perception check.
It's busy in these halls, correct, yeah?
Oh yeah, hubbub activity.
Alright.
Yeah, with the 7 Jack, you have absolutely no idea who could be in charge right now.
No burgomaster in here. But someone's bound to know where his office might be in this place. If he might be in there or somewhere else.
I'm not dropping this gag. Dutch, you know what to do.
Alright, I'm just gonna go up to a random person. If there's a table, if there's just a pile of supplies, whomever might just be holding a clipboard or taking count.
Yeah, I would say that there is someone there taking notes, taking inventory. They look like a very overworked cook.
Excuse me, do you know where I might be able to find the burgomaster, Mr. Strahd?
Not really paying much attention to you, Jack. She doesn't really lift her eyes away from the list that's a checklist in front of her. And she goes, if you're looking for the burgomaster, he will be upstairs in the library. If you're looking for his wife, she will be in the parlor. And if you're looking for Strasny, he is probably in his rooms.
Where would the library be?
Upstairs.
Alright. And I'll go back to the group.
Dutch, what did you all find out?
Well, the Burgomaster Strahd would be up in the library, up to the left. Was it the Burgomaster Strahd or just Strahd who purchased the doll?
Strasny.
He might be up in one of the rooms. I don't know which room it's gonna be though.
Yes, but I'd heard you got some information about the wife. Where is she?
Oh. Why are we trying to find the wife?
I don't know, but I was saying you found information.
That's not part of our...
There is no part of anything. I asked you Dutch, you know not to speak back to me, and I'm going to smack you in the back of my head.
My apologies, sir.
Kiss it? I'm gonna put my hand.
You can definitely see Sam and Jack, like, people are taking in the scene. They have no idea who Azazel is. And in fairness, they don't care, but a couple people do see him strike you. And there's a wince, where it's like, oh, they know this man. They've served this man before, and he's an ass. And they are very sorry.
Hand.
Perfect. My plan is going perfect. You're already getting sympathy from the servant. That's exactly what I want.
But I will take the outstretched hand. I'll kiss the ring finger. If there's a ring, I'll kiss it. If not...
There's no ring, there's just a finger.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, so answer the question.
I will relay the information about where the wife was.
See, we are going to go there first, and then we will look for this Rosny. This the way.
Why are we going there first? The information's over here.
We are not looking for anything, Brittany. You forget you are useless, Brittany. You are not useful, Brittany. Come. That's the way. Useless, Brittany. I'm so sorry, Al.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. My plan went away when I started laughing, and I couldn't stop.
Oh
She follows, and then, like, Sage whisper under her breath, she goes, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'll go try to find the wife first.
Okay.
Apparently so.
What the fuck is even happening?
God knows at this point.
We're here for information, and nobody else knows.
Okay. So, you head off through...
I'm so sorry.
Okay, let me give a look to this for a second.
Trying to follow my gut, alright?
So you've come into this foyer area. Immediately to your left, there is a shut door. And then a little bit up and to the right, there is the staircase heading upwards. But you can see down this carpeted hallway that there are more doors and places to explore. So it depends on you right now what door you're going to go through. Because all you were told was the missus is in the parlour. But you don't know where the parlour is.
I don't. I would assume the parlor's on the first floor. So, yeah, I'm just start going down the hallway and open up doors until I find the parlor.
Okay. You open up the first door, and while it does seem to be an entertaining space, because there's a fine array of furnishings and draperies with an overall feminine touch. So you get the impression that this is her space. She's not there in that moment. And then you move on to the next door on the left, past the stairs, carrying on down the carpeted hallway, and you're met with the dining room. You can hear the chatter of female voices as you approach the room, and when you peer inside, you can see a chandelier, like, fitted with wax candles, hangs above, like, this really polished, well-taken care of wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, and absolutely devour cake, while the ninth woman, who is well dressed and very pleased with herself, circles the table and talks excitedly about decorations for the impending festival.
Do any of these women look like the woman who's in the portraits?
They do. The one that is standing looks like the Baroness.
Since,
Wretch.
Sure thing, Mr. Clyde. I'll be right back.
What would you call me?
Mr. Clyde?
Mr. Clyde.
I will go over towards the Baroness, trying not to be rude. Excuse me, ma'am.
Of course. So as you get closer, Jack, you can see that she's divvying out instructions to the women around the table, who don't appear to be paying a lot of attention to her. They care more about the cake. And they are literally stuffing their faces. You get the impression that these women have not eaten for a while, or at least not eaten well for a while. But the Baroness is going around the table, and as you're listening in, you realise she's describing children's costumes. So she's essentially bribing these women with cake so that they will sew costumes for the festival for her. And then as you get closer and say, "Excuse me, ma'am," she turns and this very beautiful woman, her face would look more relaxed if it wasn't for the fact that she constantly has this pinched smile on her face. Like she's not allowed to do anything other than smile. And turns to you.
Mr. Clyde would like to see you. He's from out of town. He's a connoisseur and an entrepreneur. Seeking an audience. That's alright.
You can see her like quirk an eyebrow, like a bit confused, but the smile never leaves. She goes, "Oh, well, if you are seeking an audience, you need to see my husband."
He was actually seeking an audience with you, if that's alright.
Oh. Well, I am always willing to see guests and listen to ideas. Please, send him in.
I will wave over. I say so.
I'm gonna put my hand on my hip and look. I'm gonna look at you like you think I'm coming to you.
I'll snap my fingers, point at King, and King will pick up.
Very perfect. And I'm gonna look like that's right. And I'm just gonna put my hand up like I'm some pompous.
And I'll have King bring Cecil over into this conversation.
When I get put down on the like, senorita, you know how hard it is to get good help? Whoever it is.
And she's looking at you again with that same pinched smile. She goes, "Mr. Clyde?"
Ah, yeah, we.
"And how can I help you?"
Oh, but you have already helped me. By just laying my eyes on you, it would put a smile on a dead man's face.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. How can I help you today?
I had quite a few questions about you and your family. It's a beautiful place you have here. I know you are busy with the festival, but I needed to get straight from the source. I've heard so many things about you and your husband. But I am a bit confused because, as you know, this is another assistant of mine. This is Useless Brittany, and she cannot. For the life of her, remember, she's telling me I need to meet a Strahd, but I do not know if it's a Strahd like of the Burgomaster, or is it a son, is it a husband, like which Strahd it is?
Oh, you are speaking of the head of our town guard.
That's the Strahd?
Yes, Izek Strasny.
Is it Extrasny? Okay. And who's he to you?
Oh, he is no relation of mine, but he is the head of our town guard, and he is my husband's head of security.
Oh, so you two know at least something of him? Tell me, what are your thoughts of this Strahd?
Oh, incredible worker. Hard. Oh, I was about to say hard working, but I already said he was an incredible worker.
Hey, I mean, he could be just that good. But look, between two people of a higher standard, is he truly what you say he is, or are you just saying that because that's what your husband wants you to say?
You all notice as she like titters at her own joke, it is the falsest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But she feels the need to always be smiling and always be happy. Yes. Oh no, Izek does an incredible job around the city. We have never been safer.
Okay, inside her?
Yeah,
Can I incite her too?
go for it.
I'm doing the same exact thing. That is not safe.
Bro, everybody died from vampire spawn. That's not safe.
Oh, I rolled it privately. My apologies. At 16. If I fail as well, I will use my ability.
That is fair
As I am
enough. Give
proficient.
me a second. I can tell you that you succeed. All of you succeed.
Okay.
She is telling the truth. As far as she is aware, like, she truly believes that she is safe inside Vallaki because of Izek.
Okay. Well, you know, I greatly appreciate you. You are just one of a kind. Could you tell me where I can find this Strahd?
If he is not patrolling the city, then he shall be in his quarters upstairs.
Ah, thank you. I clap. Dutch!
I will have King pick back up Azazel as we start walking out.
Use this Brittany, hurry up!
As soon as we get to the hallway and close the door behind us, King is struggling.
Just for explanation, Saya is very much like the anime character where she's calm on the outside, but on the inside she sounds like the teapot kettle being ready and just trying not to lose it over Azazel at the moment.
When we get put back down, we're like, alright, you guys are out. You're doing fantastic. Let's just keep this straight up. It's going exactly as I have planned.
Remind me when we get out of here to thank you.
Absolutely, you're doing great. Honestly, like you're like Jack. You gotta work on it. You don't.
All right then.
You too, King.
Heading upstairs. It's almost a switchback style of stairs where you go up a set, round 180 round a corner, and then up the second set of stairs. And you find, when I find it, the staircase.
Why?
The staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautifully appointed gallery that continues towards the west, running almost the full length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover a 10-foot arched window of leaded glass. You continue down this galley, and you come to a bit of a T-junction, and you can see that there are doors to your right.
Where does your gut tell you we should go?
But there are looking, like, continuing forward, there is another set of stairs leading back down, which you're assuming might be the, like, servant stairs, but there are other rooms further forward as well.
Saya, where does your heart tell you to go?
I think we should go. There's rooms on both sides, right?
So there's rooms ahead of you, but there's also rooms to the right when you get to a T-junction.
So left or right?
Let's go to the left.
All right, I take a right.
What?
Where are you going?
We're going to the right, I guess.
Okay, then.
I'm so sorry. I love you so much. I'm sorry.
Azazel, you can see 4 sets of doors, 2 on the left and 2 on the right.
Dutch,
Yes, sir.
open the door.
We'll start on the right. Just open up the first door, see if there's anyone on the inside. If not, moving on.
The first door, you try, and it's locked.
Fair enough, just moving right on.
Or do I unlock it?
Or do you unlock it?
No.
Or say you can go through it.
We don't need that right now. We're already trying to bring attention to us.
Or say I can walk through it. That is
We're
a
good.
fully legal thing.
That is your guys' call on that one. I'm not gonna pick it.
My vote's no on that one, just because there's someone on the other side and they just saw someone walk right through. It's gonna be
Then
kind of
no,
hard to play that off.
Alright, next door.
Okay, the next door on the right, you try the door, and it is unlocked.
Open it up, see if there's anyone on the inside.
There
Why
isn't.
should you knock first?
Why? I am the Clyde.
If there's no one on the inside, I'll close the door back up, move to the left side,
So
work my way back.
what you see really quickly as you open the door, look through, it is a bedroom. So, canopy bed, low bookcase, a full-length mirror in a wooden frame. Nothing here
Oh, that
seems
sounds like
unusual.
my kind of room.
But moving on
I love
to the next door. So technically this would be the second door on the left. You try the
Yes.
door, and it is locked.
Alrighty. I'm moving to the next one then.
Dutch!
You locked
Yes.
rooms. You're not doing such a good job, Azazel.
You are... I'm sorry, useless Brittany. Were you talking to me without being asked?
Of course not, sir. My mistake.
That's what I thought. Dutch, you're acting like useless Brittany. You are supposed to announce yourself to see if there's anybody inside. You do not just waltz inside someone's room.
I'm just gonna open up the next door.
You open up the next door, and it is a library. Floor-to-ceiling shelves line every wall of the windowless room, and the number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room, and the chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and is the symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion. Standing behind the chair, holding an open book, is a bear of a man. His breastplate, rapier, silk tunic, and greasy beard glisten in the lamplight. Resting on the small rug to his left and right are a pair of black mastiffs. All attention turns to you as you open this door.
Sorry to intrude. We're looking for Strahd.
It is Mr. Throsny to you, Dutch. You forget yourself.
My apologies.
The man, raises a quizzical eyebrow at you and actually makes a snapping action of closing his book. And what would you be doing looking for my head of security?
Oh, this is the Burgermaster.
Yeah, this is the big guy.
We should have just gone to the
We
left,
did
but
not
we
want to
had.
run into.
We should have gone to left, but you had to go to the right.
Yep, I did. I'm sorry. I had the whole thing planned. I'm like, all right, as soon as we come to a conjunction, I'm asking and doing the opposite.
Maybe next time we'll listen to Allie.
You know I won't.
Well, you see, sir, I work for Mr. Clyde here, and he is an entrepreneur as well as a connoisseur, as Mr. Strasny is in hold of an item that he was looking to procure, if possible, from him.
Hey, DM, at him saying that, can I insight him to see if like he like gives me any like I don't know. Can I just insight him on how he felt about that?
Sure.
Because what if Strassy's picking up for this asshole? That's my thought process.
Okay, go
Let me
for
know
it.
if it fails.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll like a private thing. Just so there's something to compare off of. Yeah, you see no flash of recognition across the Burgomaster's face. Whatever Strasny picked up, he doesn't know about it.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was hoping, but that just popped in my mind right when I said that.
If I know my man, and I do, he is probably patrolling the town at this moment.
Dutch, did you not make a schedule for us and an appointment?
My apologies, sir.
Come here!
Approach Azazel.
Smack! I am terribly sorry that you had to experience this, good sir. We will be out of your presence right away, and I will discipline my
subordinate, sir.
No, you lost that title a while ago. I can't even think of what I'm going to do to you. I can't even think of the name, but I will fix it, sir.
He takes the time to step around the desk, and this is the first time that you've gotten the full stature of him. Broad, but also, like, it's almost like a beer gut that has been crammed behind a metal breastplate. Even in the safety of his own home, he's got full armor and a rapier to his side. And each step he takes is measured, calculated.
Yeah.
He brings his hand up to just stroke his beard as he thinks about the display that's happening in front of him.
With each one of his very distinct and like accurate steps, there are multiple me taking steps away to leave.
Oh, leaving so soon?
I
Please.
did not want to interrupt your library time.
Well, unfortunately, it is too late for that. Please, come inside.
Dutch!
I will stab my finger and have King pick Azazel back up to get him inside.
I did not want to be in here. I did not want this. I wanted to leave. That's why I said to announce before we started opening doors, but as I remembered.
You guys are so fucked.
Yeah.
Would you like this conversation to be private, sir?
No, it's fine. You should admire the conversation to be had.
Saya, what are you doing right now?
I think while they're doing that, Saya's gonna stealth off.
Okay, make stealth check.
You never actually went inside, so perfect.
Let's see if he notices you.
Oh, shit.
I need to actually check that now.
You're like, your manor is just haunted. Don't worry about it.
Did you know your man is haunted?
I don't want that. I want...
I'm not a person. I'm a ghost. You don't see me. I'm not here.
I need a passive perception, please. Give me...
Who, mine?
No, not you.
Okay.
Okay.
Burgomaster.
Nice. Okay, Saya. The door is closed in your face as the Burgomaster shuts Azazel and Jack and King in the library.
Yes.
but you weren't seen. So we didn't usher you in.
Say it's just gonna turn towards the door and do like a stage whisper of, "I'll be back for you, sir, as soon as I figure out where things are."
DM. Question. Can I, because he doesn't see him, before he closes the door, can I just reach and kind of point towards the door and use my, what is it called? I'm looking for it. My psychic whispers. As an action, I can choose more creatures that I can see, up to a number of creatures equals my proficiency bonus. So I'm going to choose Jack and Saya, and we can telepathically communicate with each other.
Sure.
I don't even need a point. I could just do it with people I can see.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a good question. What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Say a stealth.
14!
Meets it, beats it. You see Saya?
Perfect.
Damn.
You can now telepath. What do you mean, damn? Do you not want to be able to talk to us?
No. I can. Go on, keep going.
I will. I have. But yeah, so both of you can telepathically speak to me, and I can talk to either of you.
The only thing going into Azazel right now in Jack's mind is we're fucked.
Going into your mind is I know.
Saya just encounters and says, "We should have just gone to the left, but we had to go to the right. Next time you'll listen to me.
We didn't have to be here to begin with.
Okay.
You want to find out who has the doll or not?"
Go.
So
And
Saya,
Saya's gonna go back to the left.
straight out, back to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So coming out of the T and going to the other side.
So there is 3 doors that you can see when you get to the end of the T and to the top of the other staircase.
Okay. Door number 1.
Door number 1 is, as I make sure that I'm doing this right, is a bathroom. An iron tub with clawed feet stands against the back wall, neatly folded towels.
Okay. That's not bad. Goes over to door number 2.
Door number 2. This room smells of powder and fine perfume. A vanity with a mirror stands against one wall next to a faceless wooden mannequin wearing a white bridal gown. Mounted on another wall is a full-length mirror with a gilded frame. A door in one corner leads to, you're assuming, another little closet.
Is there anyone in that room?
No.
Saya's gonna go into it.
Okay.
She notices the bridal gown. Kind of thinks it's pretty. So goes, "This is pretty." She's gonna go over to the closet wardrobe thing.
Yeah.
And she just wants to look in it.
There is nothing but like an old-fashioned toilet. So it's a plank with a hole in it that you would squat over.
Are there any other clothes around in the room?
No, just the bridal gown.
Damn. Okay. And she goes out of that room. Number 3.
Number 3, the master bedroom. Time has faded the grandeur of this master bedroom. The furnishings have lost some of their colour and splendour. A short pull robe hangs from the pull rope, sorry, hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling.
And Azazel would just hear, he's not up here. There's nobody else up here except for head hunch guy.
I don't know what's happening in that amount of time, so I'm going to wait to respond until I find out what's going on my end.
That's fair. We'll go back to you guys then. So the Burgomaster lets you in, directs you into the room. You immediately hear growling as his two mastiffs are very aware of intruders in their territory. But you hear like a short little whistle as the Burgomaster like lets off a little shrill whistle from sucking his teeth between his lips. And they settle down. They seem to be, at the very least, well trained by him. But, he goes,
That's lovely pets you have.
I go nowhere without them. Now, who are you and what are you doing here?
Dutch.
This is Sir Clad.
I dare you! You do not speak to a man like him. I'm Zeglak. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am an entrepreneur and a connoisseur. Trying to make connections wherever I go.
A connoisseur of what?
You see, that is where I take the market. I'm a connoisseur of connoisseurs.
Okay.
Okay.
Fully. The Burgomaster's just there like,
okay.
okay.
That was DM. That was the best reaction you've ever given me for anything I've ever said.
Because even the Burgomaster's just there like, the fuck? Alright, well, fine then. I will rephrase the question. You're obviously up here because my wife deemed it necessary. She obviously thought that you needed to talk to me for whatever reason. Otherwise, you would not be upstairs. So, what do you need from me? Is it just to set a meeting with Strahd?
My apologies. That is, I was mistaken in what your question was. Yes, I was interested in meeting this Strahd. Your wife spoke very highly of him, and that he is the reason why this area is so protected. And I heard he was a connoisseur of different things, and I was interested in meeting him. And I did not want to interfere with you. She said he may have been around, and I went searching. She did not say I could not. I may have overstepped my authority, and not authority. My curiosity may have gotten to the best of me.
So you're here because you are poking your nose in my business.
No, I was looking for Strahd. That was the only thing I was. That was the only thing I was looking for.
And does Strahd know that you are looking for him?
No, actually, I've just got my useless Brittany told me of him and said that he was a connoisseur of something I found very interesting, and I wanted to meet him and see what it was.
Well, since your interest is only in Strahd and discussing things with him, I will not take up more of your time. But I will offer you this. He usually returns from his shifts when it becomes nightfall. If you wish to return here, after then, the doors will still be open and you are free to come have discussions with Strahd at your own time. Or you can come here before the start of the festival tomorrow. He will be here coordinating the last little bits.
I believe I need to goes back for a moment. I've meant no disrespect. It is an absolute honor to meet you. It truly is. Please do not take any disrespect. It's an honor and a privilege to be in your presence and to be able to speak to you face to face. So I do give my deepest apologies if I have offended you. That I'm not here for you.
You can see his lip kind of twitch at that. But he puts on a smile. Not too dissimilar from the one that his wife was wearing downstairs. Yes. I understand. You are looking for someone in my employ, and they happen to not be here. And if I cannot answer the questions for you, we must wait for the man. Well, I will, in that case, escort you out.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the information, and I will be on my way.
And that he kind of pushes past you. And now that, because Azazel, you're decently tall, if I remember.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not like super tall. I believe I'm like, no, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, he's definitely pushing 6 foot. And with the beer gut and the broad shoulders, like, there is a lot of man here. Not necessarily unfit. He's still decently light on his feet, and if his choice of sword is a rapier, he must have decent footwork.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still this thing of, I don't know, the best way of putting it is like, it's an aura. It's this aura and a presence of like, you shouldn't make him angry.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. I didn't like how he was to begin with. I'm pretty sure I've already made him angry.
But he opens the door to the library, and at that point, Saya, when you're there, like, there's no one else up here. I can't find him. That is when he's opening the door.
I'm going to telepathically say, we're leaving. Are you at the front door or not?
Can I have Saya go back to that bedroom with the canopy bed? She wants to look around in there quickly.
So the answer's no.
You can hide and go into it after the Burgomaster walks past you.
Yeah, I want to hide.
Okay, stealth check.
I am warning her.
Okay. With the warning, it gives you ample enough time to press yourself up against the wall, listening to the footsteps of the Burgomaster. As you're leaving the library, he begins to tell the two of you, I am very much hoping that you will join us for the festival tomorrow. We have a lot of activities planned, and it should be a joyous occasion.
If the schedule permits it, which I will make it so, we would be glad to take in the festival. We saw the preparations you have. This is quite impressive.
We'll be starting early in the morning, as we wish to make use of the most of the sun while we have it.
Indeed. It's going to be a good day.
And Saya, with that stealth, you slip behind the group, using King as a little bit of a shadow, as you slip back into that hallway, and you want to go back into the bedroom with the canopy bed.
Yep.
Okay. As I find the description. Yeah? What are you looking for?
A wardrobe.
Okay. There isn't actually a wardrobe in this room.
Any drawers, like hanging clothes, dresses, anything?
No, actually. There is nothing like a desk. There is literally just the bed, a bookshelf, and a full-length mirror.
I so wanted Saya to steal a dress from here for the party. Alright, Okay, she'll make her way out then.
Okay. Now that you have free reign, are you not going into any of the locked rooms?
Oh, that's right, I can do that now.
Bro, that
But-
is such a bad idea.
For a little bit of time, yeah.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's go through the one to a locked room.
Which one? There was multiple.
The closest one to her?
Okay, yeah, so that would be the small little one across the hallway. So you would find...
I'm still stealthing.
Yeah, still stealthing, that's fine. So you walk through this locked door. Chained to the back wall of this otherwise empty closet is a badly beaten man wearing nothing but a loincloth. The iron shackles have cut into his wrists, causing blood to trickle down his hands. There is a man chained to a wall behind a locked door.
That's unnerving.
And now he can see you.
Bro, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
Yeah, she's just gonna turn and go straight through the wall into the next locked room.
Okay, so you go back out into the hallway, and then you go across the hall to the next locked room.
Okay.
Okay. I think the underlay was more appropriate there, because you think that you've found Isek's bedroom, because all you can see is dolls. This room is full of pretty little dolls with powder white skin and auburn hair. Some of them dressed beautifully, others plainly. Some of the dolls fill a long bookshelf and others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves. Still others are piled atop a bed and a heavy wooden chest. What's most odd is that all of the dolls, apart from their clothing, look the same. They all look like Irina.
Are they still connected telepathically?
Yeah. I'd say at this point, because all you've done is go across the hall and go back, the Burgomaster has taken you to that front foyer and gone, I'm looking forward to either seeing you later or seeing you during the festival.
Saya is going to say telepathically, I found his room.
Am I out? I'm gonna be like, yeah, the party sounds good. The festival sounds amazing. Again, I will do my best to fit it in my schedule. My head is, what did you find?
Every single doll in here looks exactly like Irina.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Don't fucking do anything else. Get the fuck out. Actually, no. If you can't bring one with you, if not, don't do that. Actually, look around. I mean, fuck, get out. Do something. We can't help you.
I want to do a perception check.
Sure.
See if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Other
Aside
than
from
the
the
dolls.
I feel like the dolls is a pretty out of the ordinary type of thing.
So in fairness, the doing a little bit of a thorough search of the room, you can see that there are a few empty wine bottles under the bed. So Isaac has been drinking himself to sleep. The label on each has a name on it. They have the same name, the Wizard of Wines, and the wine name is Purple Grape Smash number 3.
Can I peel off a label of the wine? Or the booze?
Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can get a clean peel.
Damn it.
Oh no, it rips and frays and leaves like the sticky back of the label like on the bottle. You can also just steal a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, so steal a bottle. I'm gonna take a bottle, take a doll. Mm-hmm. I want to quickly look in the trunk.
Yeah, so inside the chest is a heap of wrinkled clothing. So it seems like this is where Isaac stores his clothes.
Any other, like, cabinets under the bed?
No, the only thing under the bed is the wine bottles.
Okay. Oh, look at the sun. It's time to go.
Okay. So, how long are you waiting in the room before you leave?
I'm gonna give it a good, like, few minutes.
Okay.
Before Saya can, like, dart out.
Okay. Jack and Azazel, you both watch as the Burgomaster gives you, like, a short little, like, goodbye bow of, like, a respect. But then he turns to head back upstairs.
I'm muted. I'm gonna do the same. I'm kind of do the same. And then my hammer and go. He's walking back. He's walking back. I need you to hide now.
Yeah, she's gonna hide.
Okay, stealth check.
Oh, no.
I mean, if you're in the locked room...
She is.
Too late.
She was. She didn't exactly leave. She's just hiding.
It's got nothing to do with you leaving. It's the fact that you tried to actively hide. If you'd have just said, I stand still and wait for him to go into the library, that's a whole different thing. But now you're making noise trying to hide.
Oh no. Oh no.
And he hears you. As there's a pounding fist on the door. And you just hear, Strahd! Strahd, open this door.
I'm gonna go through the other wall.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yeah.
Quietly gonna go through the wall.
You go through the other wall. And you feel the doll and the bottle that you had drop. And you can hear the pounding on the door. But you don't hear now what the Burgomaster is saying. The pounding stops.
I don't like the sound of words anymore.
The pounding stops. And you can hear footsteps moving away. Azazel and Jack, what are you doing in this moment? You just waiting in the foyer? You waiting outside?
No. We're walking out like we're leaving, and we're gonna try to get lost, like past a building.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just gonna pause. We're just gonna look. We're like, say, "Are you dead? Are you alive? Are you dead?" She's dead.
What's going on?
I've told her that he's coming back, and I haven't heard anything since. Also, sorry for hating you. It just really sells it.
Yeah, I understood that. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you back on that one.
I'm sorry. I did that to save our lives.
I'm gonna do it too to save your life. Just won't realize it.
Well, we might have to save hers.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Answer.
You can answer, say, because it's telepathic.
She's dead. She's not responding. She's dead.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. She goes, I'm alive. I need to wait to get my evidence.
What evidence for what? They're the people protecting this place. No amount of evidence is going to convince anyone anything.
I need the doll and the bottle. They're important.
What doll? What bottle?
All right. Can you take notes?
What do you mean take notes? I don't have a quill and ink and paper in front of me right now. What do you mean? Can I take notes?
She's DM. Can she like keep listening to the room to see if she hears anything?
Sure, perception check.
Why am I getting such low rolls?
You can't hear anyone talking anymore. You can't hear any pounding on the door, but you also can't hear movement.
I can't hear what?
You're breaking up, I'm sorry.
As far as you're aware, you've been left.
Okay. She's gonna step through. Well, no. She's gonna drop to the floor quietly.
Okay.
And just kind of poke her head through the wall and look around.
Yeah. And as far as you can see, like, it is just you. There's no one in the room. The bottle and the doll that you were holding is now on the floor. The bottle, because it dropped about 10 feet. Well, no, take that back. Nah, I'd say the bottle's fine. It's a wine bottle. It's a bit more sturdy.
I want the wine bottle and the doll, and I want to put it in her bag.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
okay. Now she's gonna go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna... This is also another locked room, right?
The room that you're in is one of the locked rooms right now, yeah.
Okay. She's breathing, she's going... Guys, there's a chained man in here too somewhere. I think not far. I think it was across from...
Did they see you?
Yeah, I think so.
You need to kill it.
I don't think I can kill him. I think he's already on his way out dead.
That's fine. Leave him. Can you get out?
And she's gonna look through the door.
The way is clear as far as you can see.
Alright. Try stealthing and leaving and going out the door.
You haven't answered me. Can you leave?
I'm trying.
How are you leaving?
The way we came in?
You can go through doors. Why are you going in a very open way?
Because I'm upstairs.
Go through the floor.
I've never gone through the floor.
All right, get out safely then.
Oh, I hate my decision making. She's gonna. She's gonna look out the window.
There isn't a window.
There's no window in there. Okay.
Not in this room.
I'm just gonna have her dash out, like run, dash out of the house.
You should probably not make noise if the Burgermaster's already down here. So running is going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, you're not there. Shush.
You're not there. Shush. Trust me. The reason why I'm trying to help through telepathic means is I can barely do anything.
I think.
You can't see the Burgermaster. You stuck your head out. He's not there.
Was there a window in Strasny's room?
You're in Strasny's room.
Oh, wait, I thought it was in another room.
No, you're in the room with the dolls. You're in Strasny's room.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the wall to the other locked door.
To the one with the chained man.
Oh, no, I don't want to go there.
Okay. The other room, the bedroom that was completely unlocked. The one that you were like, ooh, I like this room.
Yeah, there.
Okay, you can walk through the wall to go there. That's easy enough done.
Is there a window there?
Yes.
I'm going out the window.
Okay. The window is easily openable. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you yeet yourself out this window and crank an ankle.
And she's gonna dash away from the house.
Okay.
The best she can, anyway.
Yeah, you start to run. You can't see Azazel. You can't see Jack. You can't see King.
She goes. She doesn't know if it's still like able to like telepathically be there, but she goes, "I'm out. I'm out. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm out."
Where are you?
Perception check, I guess.
Well, which way did you run?
She just kind of ran straight. When
Okay.
she jumped, she ran straight.
So in that case then, you ran technically towards the inn. If you ran away from the Burgomaster's house, you essentially ran towards the inn. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Okay. So she just goes, "I'll meet you back at the inn. I think I'm heading in the right direction."
Stay low, stay fast. We'll meet you there.
Gotcha.
Alright, we're heading back to the tavern. Let's be chatting.
She alive?
I look at him. Are you seriously asking me that right now?
Yes.
How would I say she's heading?
Oh, I didn't hear that, but my apologies.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. I thought she
I heard
was.
we're heading to the
Brittany.
inn. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I didn't want to go anywhere.
And it
Right
is
back.
with that jailbreak that we are going to end today's session. I mean, hey, you guys know how to pick it. We'll take that.
I think I lost like 5 years of my life with that scene.
Oh my goodness.
It was too scary. I don't want to do it again.
Hey, you made a choice. And you've seen some of the not so savory bits about the Burgomaster.
Yup.
And now we're wanted.
Not necessarily.
No.
Saya doesn't know if someone saw her falling out that window. She ran.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
that's
is
the
true.
first we've seen her, as well as there's now a missing doll. As well, not so much the missing wine bottle, but the missing doll. I feel like the Strasny is, well, not well mentally. feel like that'd be something he'd notice.
Mm.
He's that one who's like has like fucking ADHD, who's like really particular, puts them all in the right place. Like that one's missing.
I hope not.
Must count. No, must count every single one of them before he falls asleep.
Oh no, I hope not.
Yeah, it's definitely it.
But that is where we are ending today's session. A big thank you to my players, and a thank you to the people talking in chat. You can find us here every Saturday night EST, or Friday night EST, Saturday morning for me at GMT. Beautiful time zones. And then every Tuesday uploaded to YouTube. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you to my players, and all I have left to say is good night.
Good night. Good night.
Night.
Buenas tardes.